Don't be shy, don't stall, we got a funky vibe, yeah. Welcome all, it's a safe spot where the truth unwinds. Share your thoughts, leave your worries behind. Woo! Defenseless, that's where you belong. Click that like and groove along. Hit subscribe, let the love flow free. Join the fam where you're meant to be. Oh, got mysteries, stories that feeling right. We dig deep, ain't no secrets to hide. No judgment here, just an open crew. We're all about justice and the honest view. Yeah, defenseless, that's where you belong. Click that like and groove along. Hit subscribe, let the love flow free. Join the fam where you're meant to be.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. Whichever part of thine world one is coming from. Welcome. Yes, I'm here. I'm apologizing again. But hey, it's an hour and a half better than yesterday. So that's an improvement. Good morning, Cuffy. Oh, good evening, sorry. No, I haven't had my coffee. I haven't had my painkillers. And I've got 4 cats about to rip my arms off. So I'll start you off again and I'll be here. You just cannot see me. I am incognito. Day 3. Hey T, how you going? Oh dear. All right, I will be with you guys in GP. All righty, enjoy it. Ready and go.
Sergeant Smith, Deputy Sway, sir. Stand at the top of the seal, face the judge, raise your right hand.
Do you swear
Let
or
me know if you tell the truth. Sound is okay.
and everybody? So help you God.
I do.
Have a seat.
Good morning, Christine.
Go ahead, please.
Would you please state and spell your name for the jury?
Justin Smith, Sergeant, Justin Smith.
And where are you employed?
The Memphis Police Department,
How many years have you been with MPD?
15.
And what is your current assignment?
Homicide Bureau, detective.
I'm going to take you back to February 2nd of 2022. Where were you assigned then?
I was assigned to the Quality Assurance Unit.
Did you become involved in the investigation of the murder case of Danielle Hoyle and at the time the disappearance of Kennedy Hoyle?
Yes, 2-day-old infant Kennedy Hoyle was missing. That's correct.
And how did you become involved if you were in quality assurance?
Colonel Jolly, having learned of the missing child, walked through 170 and said, if you weren't busy, come help with the efforts to recover the child.
Was it an all hands on deck situation?
That's correct.
Now, did you end up going to Mud Island?
I did.
And what prompted the search at Mud Island?
Information was received through the investigation that the child may have been at Mud Island.
Now, where were you on Mud Island specifically?
We ended up at a boat ramp on the north side of the island.
And what were the weather conditions that day?
Wet, rainy, and cold.
Now, by the time that you were out there, was it daylight or was it still dark?
It was daylight.
And describe for the jury the scene on Mud Island that morning.
There were several officers. Mud Island is a very long park. I'm sure you all are from Memphis for those who aren't. It's a residential island, sandbar, on the west side. It is a long park, miles long, and has adjacent to the Mississippi River. At the very end of it, there used to be a boat ramp that you could put your boat at the mouth of the Wolf River and sail or boat if you want to. By the time I got there, there were several officers that had been dispatched from precincts, and they were doing what we call a grid search. They were walking the park, attempting to locate what would be the child.
And what agencies ended up converging on Mud Island?
Several. There was, of course, Memphis Police Department. There was Shelby County Sheriff's Department, Shelby County Search and Rescue. There was a search and rescue diving operation out of Brighton, Tennessee, among others.
And you mentioned the grid search, and is that being done by the officers on foot?
Correct.
Were there additional types of searches going on?
There was they were rallying to search the water. There was also a dispatch. We have drones. Our drones went up, and also the MPD helicopter was checking the shoreline.
And were there also dogs?
There were search and rescue dogs.
And were paramedics on the scene?
There were paramedics on the scene.
And why were they there?
2 reasons. Should anyone become injured in the search, and also should we recover Kennedy and she needed medical assistance.
I'm going to hand you a couple photographs and see if you recognize them. you recognize that first photograph?
Yes, this first photograph is the boat ramp, the entrance to the boat ramp. It was locked at the time. It's got a stop sign and it's in disuse, so it's dangerous to go there.
And the second photograph?
That is the actual boat ramp. It's overgrown, but there is a gravel and it's rocky and it goes down. But yeah, that's what it is.
Your Honor, I'd ask that those two photographs be the next exhibits, 87 and 88. And if we could have that first photograph with the gate as exhibit 87, please. Permission to publish, Your Honor?
Go ahead, please.
Okay, Sergeant Smith, you already told us a little bit about what this is, but now that we have it on the screen, can you describe what we're seeing to the jury?
That's the entrance to the boat ramp.
And moving to exhibit 88.
That's the actual boat ramp. It's overgrown. It looks funny, but if you were to walk on it, it's rocky underneath. It's just, weeds have overtaken it.
And the water that we're seeing right there, what is that?
That's the mouth of the Wolf River that empties into the Mississippi River.
And I'm gonna hand you another photograph. And before you take a look at that, on that island, was anything of note found?
Yes.
What was found?
A small hat, like a beanie style hat, the kind that you would give an infant child when you release that child from care at the hospital. It was white and had some design on it.
And if you'll take a look at that photograph, do you recognize it?
I do.
And what is that a picture of?
That is the hat.
Is that a zoomed out photo?
Yes, that's an overall photo of the hat.
All right, ask that that would be next exhibit, exhibit 89. Permission to publish, Your Honor? Okay, so what are we seeing here?
That is the hat. The exhibit placard is marking the hat. It was the only piece of evidence that I recall being recovered at the scene. It's easy to spot because, as you can tell, it's white against a bloody background.
And where are we? Where is this photo?
Somewhere midway down toward the shoreline, right there at the mouth of the Wolf River.
I'm going to show you what's previously been entered as exhibit 14. Do you recognize this photograph?
I do. That's the hat.
Is that a close-up?
That is a close-up photo, yes.
Now, I'm going to hand you another photograph. Do you recognize that?
Yep, this is an aerial photo.
And is that an aerial photo of that particular area where the Wolf River meets Mississippi?
That's correct. You can actually see where the Wolf River's water meets the Mississippi water. There's a contrast of the silt. There's also, you can see the
I'm
boat
going to
ramp.
stop you 1 minute. Officer, Judge, could we enter that as the next exhibit, exhibit 90?
Sorry.
Sergeant. Thank you.
Got it, so.
Awful.
Permission to publish. Yes, please.
Photo.
Sergeant Smith, describe for the jury what we're seeing here.
My apologies. This is an aerial photo of the scene. You can see the Wolf River emptying into the Mississippi River. Very interesting because of the silt. There's a nice contrast. The parking lot that you see to the left side of the photo is the parking lot for the park. And if you go follow that forward, you'll see that it looks like a washout. That is the actual boat. And then, of course, you see the street that leads to it that goes off to 2nd Street.
Now, at the time, was there a suspect in the case?
From my understanding, it was
And who was that?
Brandon Isabelle.
Now, throughout the search, were you receiving different information that was adjusting the search?
Correct. To drive the search and rescue effort, information was being put out to those who were searching.
At some point, did you have information that the child was in a car seat?
That's correct.
And then did that information eventually change?
It did.
Okay. And did you receive information that Kennedy was not in a car seat?
Yes.
Now, as far as, so this was on February 2nd of 2022, is that correct?
That's correct.
And did that search end up having to be suspended?
Yes.
And why is that?
Weather was very bad.
Was there an ice storm that moved in?
That's correct.
And was the search actually suspended for a couple days?
Yes.
Was Kennedy ever found?
No.
And at some point, did you receive information that there might have been a gun thrown in the river?
Yes.
And was that ever recovered?
No.
Officer Smith, I have a laser pointer now. If you could just point out on the exhibit, you mentioned the boat ramp. Can you point that out for us?
Sure. That's the boat ramp right there.
Okay. And is that the area where the baby calf was located?
That's correct. Almost right about there, a little bit forward a second.
And then, is Island Drive visible in this photograph?
That's correct. That's it right there. On ground.
Yeah, but we can see those.
Oh,
Yeah.
can
It's
you-
hard to see because it's reflective, but can you see it right here? That little corner right there is Island Drive. You can see a red car parked there. You see a little red dot? That's where Island Drive moves towards Second Street.
And then that pavement area, is that a parking lot?
That's correct. That large paved area is a big parking lot. It's that way so that you could, well, imagine park boats there.
Oh, that's what it's.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
The cap, was that found close to the river? How
Somewhat.
close was
I didn't make the measurements. That would be a question for the crime scene officer, but close. You could walk there with a few paces.
it? Okay, so it was as close as me to you to the river?
That'd be an estimation. I wouldn't be able to testify to that.
Were you the one that found the cap?
No, that would be Sergeant Robinson. She's now
Were you there
Lieutenant
when the cap
Robinson.
was found?
Say again?
Were you there when the cap was found?
That's correct.
Okay, so, not this far, you,
I'd say a fair distance. I would hesitate to testify to the actual distance, but at estimation, if I took 5 or 6 paces, I'd be in the water.
so about 18 to 20 feet,
Sure.
give or take?
Yeah.
That road to that boat ramp, that was off of Second Street, isn't it?
It's Island Drive. That it turns into Second Street if you go to the east.
Okay. Going back to that cap just a moment. Were there tracks down to the cap? Are there any photos of any tracks going down to the cap?
No, it was muddy, but that would be difficult to assess because it was also rocky. So you might not see footprints in that way.
So no tracks, old footprints?
No tracks, no footprints.
Noticeable.
That wouldn't be to my estimation, no.
On the cap itself, were there any DNA tests performed on that?
I would be able to testify to that. My only role was the scene investigation there at the boat ramp. Anything that occurred afterwards would be a question for the caseworker.
And, but you do collect evidence when you're at a scene, right?
Absolutely, yes.
And you collect evidence for that purpose, would you not?
That's correct.
And that cap was collected.
That cap was collected, yes.
Thank you. 1 minute, please. What was that photo taken, was it?
When was the photo?
When?
When? I can't tell you. I don't know. It wasn't the day of because the weather, I can tell you right now, is too clear. Also, the weather that occurred beforehand had swollen the Wolf River and the Mississippi River, so that shoreline probably is not accurate.
So where on that shoreline was the hat found? Cap found?
I'll use this laser pointer again. It would be at the boat ramp. This shoreline right here seems that the Mississippi River is significantly lower. There are rocks here that we had to climb down to check this area, so there was no beach. The water was higher.
Okay, so that's just kind of so we can see where the mouth is and where the Wolf River is, where the Mississippi River is.
That appears to be the purpose of this one. An overview, correct?
Thank you. No other questions?
No regrets. Thank you, Senator. The state would call Officer Williams.
Actually, it's got the same file. I think proved you don't agree with that yet? When you're at.
Officer Williams, come forward. Watch your step. Stand right here, face your hand, raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Please have a seat and watch your step. Would you please state and spell your name for the jury?
That's Dennis Williams. That's Dennis. Last name is Willams.
And where are you employed?
At Memphis City Police Department.
And how many years have you been with MPD?
I've been with them for 20 years now.
And what is your current assignment?
I'm in the crime scene division.
And where were you assigned back on February 2nd of 2022?
It's a crime scene.
Did you make the scene on that day at Mud Island?
Yes, I did.
And what did you do there?
I took photos and collected evidence.
I'm going to hand you four photographs. See if you recognize them.
Yes, I did.
And were those photographs taken by you on February 2nd, 2022 on Mud Island?
Yes, they were.
Your Honor, I'd ask that those photographs be entered as the next four sequential exhibits, starting with 91. Commissioner Felcher, Your Honor. Officer Williams can hand you a laser pointer. All you have to do is press the top button. It should give you a little red light. I know it's a little difficult to see on the screen. Okay. So officer, what are we saying when this will be exhibit 91?
Okay, this is the boat dock, to Mud Island here, the boat dock here.
All right. And did you take some measurements?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and what are those showing us?
It's basically showing the. I'm not. Not doing this. Okay, excuse me. This is the width of the boat dock and the length as far as where where I found the item here.
Okay. And you mentioned an item. What was the item?
It was a bank cap.
Move on to, this was previously entered as exhibit 87. You recognize this photograph?
Yes,
And did you actually take this photograph?
yes.
And what is this a picture of?
That's the actual boat dock.
And is that a photograph of what we were seeing in 91 with the measurements?
Yes, correct.
And then this would be, this was previously entered as exhibit 88. And what is that showing?
That's the, I guess the overall photo of the boat dock from a different angle on top of the heel.
And this would be exhibit 93.
And that's a different angle of the boat dock also.
And the water that we're seeing in the front, what is that?
That's the river. Yes.
And then this is exhibit 94. What are we seeing here?
That's the part of the boat dock that's on the other side of the gate, closer to the river area.
And was the boat dock fairly overgrown in areas?
Yes, it was.
I'm going to hand you another photograph. Do you recognize that photograph?
Yes, I do.
And what is that a photograph of?
It is a baby cap.
Right. And was that the baby cap that was located on Mud Island on the boat ramp?
Yes, it was.
Judge had asked that that be the next exhibit, exhibit 95. Permission to publish. Okay, before we get to that, officer, this is actually exhibit 94. What are we seeing in this photograph?
That is just a close-up of the boat area. You can't really see, but the cap is actually in that area.
And then this would be exhibit 95.
That's the placard is where the baby cap is.
No, I'm sorry, that's 89. Okay. That was previously entered as exhibit 89. And that placard is marking baby cap.
Yes.
And then this would be exhibit 95. And what are we seeing here?
That's a close-up of the baby cap.
And were you directed to the baby cap by officers that were first on the scene?
Yes, I was.
And were you actually working with an additional crime scene officer?
Good
Yes.
morning,
And
good
was
morning.
that Officer Walker?
Yes, it was.
I'm gonna hand you an item and see if you recognize it.
Yes.
Yeah. And is there a individually wrapped item in there?
Yes, it is.
Okay, would you take that out? You may need some scissors.
Are you well?
Thank you, Judge.
So we sat this morning. I don't think so. I think-
Want to take a seat?
Take a look and see if you recognize the item in there.
Yes.
And what is that item?
It's other baby cap.
Judge, I would ask that that be the next exhibit, exhibit 96. May Officer Williams step down and publish that to the jury? Hearing no objection? No objection. Officer, would you take that out of the bag, if you would step down to the jury and show them the item?
Aw.
Thank you, Officer Williams. And is that the same baby cap that we are seeing up here in the picture?
Yes, it is.
And did you and Crime Scene Officer Walker collect that cap on February 2nd, 2022?
Yes.
Now, you also tagged some additional items, is that correct?
Yes.
And were those some baby clothes provided by the family for the dogs to smell, to try to get a scent?
Yes, it was.
Those items, to be clear, were not found at Mud Island,
No, it wasn't.
but the baby cap was.
Yes.
And hand you one more photograph and see if you recognize it. Do you recognize that photograph?
Yes, I do.
And what is that photograph of?
This is the photograph of Mississippi River from a different angle, closer to the edge.
Or I'd ask that that be exhibit 97.
Wow. Wow, really? Well, the only way they will drop them is, well, not even then. In Australia, if you've made a claim for domestic violence or want to press charges for domestic violence, and then proceed to back out of it the police actually can and will take out those charges against the person on your behalf. So hopefully that is something that is the US also adopts. But yeah. So you're saying that it was the first time. So it wouldn't have been his first time, I guarantee you, not if it's to that point. How long were they together for? I guarantee you there's more to the story than that. For shiz.
Question to publish on it. Okay, please. All right. Was the river fairly high that day?
Yes, it was. Oh, sorry.
Is she okay?
I'll pass the witness.
For investigation at the river, that was, February the 2nd. Right, of 2022.
Yes, sir, I believe, that's the date, I believe so.
Absolutely.
Was it early or late?
So did she call you multiple times that day or multiple times in the past? Because that makes a big difference. And if you've ever witnessed anything, I would make a statement as well. Hopefully she's okay, sweetheart.
Yeah. I know you said it was daytime, right?
Yes, it was.
Do you remember if it was early or late?
It was early.
All right. Well, you need to try and find
It was early.
those
Early.
records and make it.
And looking, please.
Did she tell you why she didn't leave? Because no doubt, I'm sure you told her. It's not as cut and dry as it always seems. Unfortunately.
Exhibit 89.
Yeah. But often they're manipulated as well. They're bombarded.
Let me pass this up to you while they're getting this on the screen. May I approach? Yeah, that's it. Where in the picture is the cap? Was the cap found?
See this area, right up in here, sir.
Okay. Now, where would that be on your picture?
Are you actually,
On the photograph that you have?
correct, right here.
Okay. And how far from the water? Is that the water that would be
The
the
water.
Wolf River?
Yes, sir, yes, that's what would be that area here.
Okay.
That area here.
How far away was that cap from the water?
Honestly, if I can guesstimate from here, I would say probably about maybe 10 feet, maybe a little bit less than that. I'm not really sure. I didn't get a measurement from the captain of water.
I would say probably at least, what, 20, 30 feet?
I wouldn't say that. So, not with the water being that there, I would say about 10 feet maybe. I would say about 10 feet maybe.
Okay.
I would say guesstimate.
All right. Thank you. Now, in the close-up that you took of that hat, did you actually take those photos?
Yes, sir, I did.
Were you looking for foot tracks along with it?
No, sir, I wasn't. Honestly, he had investigators and they were, when I got there, there were already officers and other additional people on the scene.
I see. And was it your thinking then that was the baby's cap, that the baby you were looking for?
This was the information that I was told to take photos of and collect.
Okay. Your passage was previously been marked as Exhibit 95. but- Is that the cap?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is.
Were there any, like, trees around that cap?
There was,
Close,
basically,
close around.
this close around it?
Uh-huh.
No, sir, not like immediate on the cap, no, sir. There was shrubbery and debris around the cap.
So it's got a stick over it, I see.
Yes, sir. Well, I guess that's the angle as far as this, just because the stick is sticking up here. And that's the angle. If you went around to the other side, it wouldn't be on top of the cap. It wasn't on top of the cap.
Just raised up over the top of it.
Yes, sir, it's kind of like leaning, as you can see. Yes.
That's fair to say that the cap is under the stick, is it not?
Not under the stick, it's just the angle of where the photo was taken from.
I see. Did
So if
you,
I had taken it from the other side, you wouldn't actually see the stick.
did you do that?
No, sir, I did not.
Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you take a picture from the other side to show? A stick would indicate that cap has been there for a while. wouldn't it?
If it was over it, I'm not saying it would have been there for a while. I can't really say that, sir.
Nobody told you not to take a picture from the other side.
You push the shit up, you can't stop it.
To your own personal knowledge, you know how the cap got there.
No, sir, I don't know.
Really? Okay, like me, I'm going to fix it. Oh, I'll fix it. No. Go ahead, brother.
Exhibit number 91. Can you make it bigger, please? You have measurements up there, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And that's a measurement that you made, right?
Yes, sir, correct.
And so you show the cap, what's that measurement over by here?
The measurement over by,
The cap, by where the cap was found.
are you actually here?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I apologize, I don't have my glasses.
I can appreciate that. I'll give you mine, but it gets scary.
But I'm not able to see that, just at this view here, honestly.
I'm sorry, I missed that last.
I'm not able to see it from this distance.
Well, that exhibit, that picture was made so that you could tell. the
Yeah, but
measurement.
I'm just saying, I don't have my glasses, so I'm not able to see the measurements from this.
Would it help if you could get closer?
Yes, sir.
Do you want me to come up and go over here, look, or maybe up that? Now, try. What exhibit is it? For the record, I'm passing exhibit 91 to you.
Okay. I know, right? Okay, so this measurement here is from this is the gate from the boat dock. And that's the measurement from here to the cap, which is 55 feet, excuse me,
How many?
55.
55 feet.
Yes, sir.
And so if you just kind of turn that measurement around and bend it over to the water, that'd be well over 55 feet from the water, would it not?
Well, sir, actually, this photo was taken from Google. So if you notice, it doesn't have a lot of the shrubbery. The reason I took this photo, I put this photo up so you can see an overall view of the boat dock and the area. this is an older image from Google, so it's not a up-to-date image of what the boat dock looked like that day. If you can tell, this sunny and you don't see the shrubberies and stuff like that. So, like I said, I just took this photo and so it would actually have the measurements, not the actual boat dock there.
Okay. Now, I'm not talking about the picture of the shrubbery right now. I'm talking about the measurements, and that's what this picture was taken for, so you could write
Yes, sir,
measurements on.
but you're asking me about the water. So the water that day that Google photo was taken may have been down. I have no idea. So, but what stays the same is the gate. So the gate never moved. So that's why I took the photos. That's why I have my measurements.
Okay. So according to the measurements you made on Exhibit 91, isn't it fair to say that that cap was way more than 10 feet away from the water?
Not from that day, no, sir.
Not from that photo?
Not from the day that I took the photo. From this photo here and where the water is possible. So I'm not even safe from this photo because I don't know what the water level was that day.
Okay. So you didn't do any measurements then from the day of your search?
From the
The
day,
measurements?
yes, sir, I did the measurements for when I took the photos from that day. That day I think it was raining that day,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken also. So that was the day
Like I
that I
said,
took the photos. That's the day I took the
It's
measurements.
making me go,
I see. And it's,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
I've moved out the location.
And with it raining, it's also muddy.
It was also, what, sir?
It was also muddy, wasn't it?
Yes, sir, it was.
Because you got mud,
Yes, sir.
and mud will give you tracks, will it not?
Yes, sir. it was.
Did you look for tracks to show the jury?
No, sir, I didn't personally look for tracks. No, sir.
One moment, please, Your Honor. Thank you.
Jonathan.
Can you redirect? Yes, Your Honor. Officer Williams, so to be clear, this image was not taken on February 2nd of 2022.
No, it wasn't.
This was just so you could give an overview of that area.
Yes, correct.
And in fact, you noted on here that this is not to scale, correct?
Yes, I did.
And so it's your testimony that the cap was roughly 10 feet from the water on that day. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Now, when you photographed the cap, were you moving it around?
No, it wasn't.
And in fact, you took a close-up photo of the cap, did you not?
Yes, I did.
I'm going to show you what's previously been entered as Exhibit 14. You recognize that photo?
Yes.
Is that a photo you took that day?
Yes, it is.
Is that the photograph of the baby cap that you collected?
Yes, it is.
Did you move that baby cap before taking that photo?
No, I didn't.
Do you see a stick over that baby cap?
No, I don't.
Now, as far as footprints and muddy tracks, is there a lot of vegetation and brush in this area?
Yes, it is.
Could that impact the ability to find footprints?
I would believe so. Not an expert on that, but I believe so.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
You don't know where the water was that day to make this measurement. Do you? The measurements we were talking about, you're my question.
From the baby cap to the waters.
Yes, I'm not talking about that little stream beside it. I'm talking about to the river.
Are you talking about the Wood River or the Mississippi? You're talking about?
Whichever one.
No, sir, I didn't, to answer your question, I didn't take measurements from the water to the cap. No, sir.
So what was the purpose of your exhibit 91 with all the measurements?
It was to show where the cap was located.
All right.
And
Dipshit
when
towards
you took that photo, you had to move the stick. didn't
No, sir, I didn't move the stick. No, sir.
you? Where did the stick is? The other photo, had stick.
But that's what I was saying. It was the angles of where I took the photo.
Do you remember that day? Did you move the stick?
I don't move any evidence from anything. I take it the way it is the way it is.
Well, how soon after the photo with the stick on the cap
I know what I'm
did
like.
you take this picture?
It wasn't a stick on the cap, sir. When I take the photo, if this is the cap, and I take the photo because where I took the angle, there was a stick sitting up. So I took the angle of the photo. So when I got over the cap, I took that photo standing kind of over the cap, so it was a downward angle. So the other photo that I took was at a slight angle. So it showed the stick from that angle being over the cap, but it was not over the cap. It was like this. So it wasn't on top of the cap or anything.
Would it be important for from a crime scene investigator's viewpoint, to be able to give whatever evidence you photograph to police for use, or whatever further testing they may use?
Please repeat that, please. I didn't-
Yes, would it be important to you as a crime scene investigator to collect, you actually collect this cap, or do you just take pictures?
No, sir, I collected the cap also.
Okay, so why did you collect the cap?
I was advised by the investigators that they needed the cap collected evidence.
They needed the cap as evidence.
Yes, sir.
And so that's so that cap can be taken as evidence and eventually show this jury.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay, and you don't know if any testing was done on that cap to see whose cap that was,
No, sir, I don't know if it was any done.
or when it got there.
Well, when I collected and I secured it and I placed it in a bag, so it's not contaminated, and I tag it into evidence as well.
What's the second, sir?
No further questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Go ahead, please.
State calls Kyle Bourland.
Calm down, Kyle.
Isabelle, come forward. Watch your step. Stand right here, face your arm, raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, sir.
Please have a seat. Welcome, sir. Would you please state and spell your name for the jury?
My name is Kyle Bourland. It's spelled Kylebourland.
And where are you employed?
I'm employed at the Oakland Fire Department.
Now, are you also part of the braid and dive team?
Yes, ma'am. And for clarity, we were braid and dive team at the time of this. We've since transitioned to the Shelby County Sheriff's Office.
Yes.
So at that time, what was the braid and dive team?
We're a public safety dive team. We specialize in body recovery, evidence recovery, and hazardous materials recovery.
And how many years have you been a member?
Just over 5 years.
And what kind of training do you have?
So I'm trained by ERDI, which is an organization that certifies public safety divers for body recovery and evidence recovery and hazmat.
Now, I'm going to take you back to February 2nd of 2022, where you called out to Mud Island.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you recall about what time of day it was?
I received the call that afternoon, probably, I want to say around 2 o'clock.
And when you got there, was it still daylight?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you asked to help conduct a search?
Yes, ma'am.
And initially, what were you looking for?
We were told we were looking for a 2-day-old infant that had been thrown in the river, as well as a firearm.
Now, I'm going to show you what's previously been entered as Exhibit 90. Do you recognize this area?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you describe for the jury what we're seeing?
That is the northern tip of Mud Island, where the old boat ramp goes into the Wolf River.
And so what is this right here?
That's the Wolf River.
And then here?
That's the Mississippi.
All right. And then what about right there?
That's the old boat ramp.
Now, can you describe for the jury, how did the search work with regards to, let me back up a little bit. Were you actually in the water?
Yes, ma'am.
And so from a diver's perspective, can you sort of tell the jury how that search worked?
Sure. So when we do a dive, we typically do it in an arching pattern. We put a diver into the water. He has a tether that goes to a line tender on the surface, and the line tender is directing the diver. The tether is actually a comm rope, so it has a communication wire in it. He can direct that diver, and we typically do it in a sweeping motion, sort of a semicircle, and the line tender will let out additional line to put the diver further out, or bring line in to bring the diver in, so we can cover a large search area, searching like that.
Can you describe for the jury what it's like when you're underwater in the Wolf in the Mississippi?
That time of year, it's very, very cold. Water temperatures low 40s. It's very dark. You can't see anything. You can't see your hand in front of your face. The bottom is where I was searching is rocky. a little bit of mud and sand as you go further out, but closer to the boat ramp, it's very rocky.
You mentioned that it was cold, the water in the 40s. Were you wearing what most of us know as a wetsuit?
No, ma'am. So we wear dry suits. They're designed to keep you completely dry underneath the suit.
Does it keep you warm?
No, ma'am.
Now, when you're under the water, how were you searching? Were you able to see anything?
No, ma'am. We search with our hands.
And are you receiving direction from someone above the water?
Yes, ma'am. The line tender.
Now, in that particular area of the Wolf, can you describe for the jury what is the situation with the current?
So in the Wolf River, the current that day is flowing into the Mississippi, and I would say it was probably around 3 to 4 miles an hour. The current was.
Is that always how it flows?
No, ma'am.
And how can it sometimes flow?
Sometimes it can flow away from the Mississippi, and the current speed can vary depending on weather conditions.
Now, were you able to, well, at some point, was the search suspended?
Yes, ma'am. It was suspended that evening for inclement weather, an ice storm.
And did the dive team eventually go out a couple days later?
Yes, ma'am, we did. We went out to run sonar, but the first day was the only day that we dove.
Now, when you were diving, did you recover Kennedy oil?
No, ma'am.
And you mentioned that you were also asked to look for a gun. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you recover a gun?
No, ma'am.
Can you describe, as far as underwater in that area, what are we talking about as far as the floor of the river?
Mud, rocks, sand, depending on how far you go out.
Are there a lot of crevices?
Yes, ma'am.
Would it be easy for a gun to be in one of those crevices?
Yes, ma'am.
And would it be easy for you not to be able to locate it in those conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what it's. Mr. Bourland, how do you use the sonar?
So we use a side scan sonar. I wasn't running sonar that day, but I've run sonar before. And it has a transducer that goes into the water and a head unit that sits on top of the boat. It sends out a beam straight down to the bottom and out. So it shows us a side image of what's on both sides of the boat.
Okay, how far out does that image go?
It can vary. We can set it 100 feet. We can set it 75, 50. We adjust it as needed.
Do you know what it was set for this particular search?
No, ma'am, I wasn't running sonar that day.
Okay. But running the sonar, you did not find the gun at the bottom of the river, right?
No, ma'am, a gun would be very difficult to see with all the rocks, even on sonar.
Okay. And you had a general area that y'all believed the gun should be.
Yes, ma'am.
And a gun is heavy.
Yes, ma'am.
A gun is made of metal.
Yes, ma'am.
A gun will sink.
Yes, ma'am.
And you indicated that the water was going 3 to 4 miles an hour.
Yes, ma'am.
Was that in the Wolf River or in the Mississippi River?
In the Wolf.
Okay. And was it the same for the Mississippi?
I don't know.
Okay. So did you actually dive into the Mississippi?
Not into the Mississippi. Our search area covered the Wolf River right off the boat ramp.
Okay. So your dive team didn't go to Mississippi at all?
They went in to run sonar, but not into dive.
Okay. Now, on this day when you came out there, was it still raining?
If I recall, it was a light drizzle while we were out there.
And do you recall it having been raining the night before?
No, ma'am.
You don't recall that?
Raining the night before we went out.
Yes.
No, ma'am, I don't recall that.
And the rain would affect the level of the river, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The more it rains, the higher the river will go.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all I have. No rewriting.
Thank you, sir. You may sit down.
Thank you. Let's take out the Hunter Winfrey.
Mr. Winfrey, come forward. Watch your step. Stand right here, face your hand, raise your right hand.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Absolutely.
Please have a seat. Watch your step.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
If you would, please state your name. Start for the jury. Report.
My name is Hunter Winfrey. Last name Winfrey.
Mr. Winfrey, are you part of the dive team?
Yes, I'm a coordinator.
Did you work with Mr. Bourland? We just heard from.
I did.
What do you do with that dive team?
At the time, we were with Braden Fire Department.
This is February 2nd.
This is February, yeah.
Of 2020.
And we just transferred over to Shelby County Sheriff's Department. And I'm dive coordinator there.
Okay. What is it? Were you coordinator back then?
I was.
Okay. What does the dive coordinator do?
Well, it's basically all repairs, all training, everything responsible for the dive team.
Okay.
Just coordinating everything.
And did you guys, and back then the Braden dive team, get a call out to the Wolf River, where the Wolf River meets Mississippi on February 2nd?
We did. We received a call from the Direct Department of the Shelby County Sheriff's Department. We were doing a lot of mutual aid training, work for them.
What do you do? What was the call about?
Person in the water is just how we originally got it, and we didn't get a full briefing until we made the scene.
And when you made the scene, did they told you more particulars?
They did.
What you're looking at? What did they say?
Well, they told us, they had found a hat. They told us where the hat was. We just went through, they were saying that they thought they had thrown it in the water from that position. And we just kind of put it together as we always do. What the distance was, how far could somebody have thrown it, just those kind of things.
Okay.
And then we launched the boat.
Is that what you call a briefing about the situation?
Yes, because we're trying to get all the details to find out exactly what we're about to do, see what the mission is.
What's one of your main concerns? That we had a diver that testified. Is diver safety, is that a concern? in this
That's
accident?
always number one.
Okay. Do you remember what time it was on February 2nd that you guys get out there?
It was early afternoon. I don't remember exactly what time it was, but it was after lunch when we made the scene.
After lunch on February 2nd.
Mhm.
And if you could describe for the juries how you go about doing the search.
Well,
as a team, because you have folks and divers, correct?
we do, and what we do is, depending on the situation, we will actually, because everything's a tool and toolbox. And once we got the information, we put boats in the water and we ran side scan sonar because you're trying to narrow down your search area because it's very difficult with side scan sonar. If you think about, and I may be telling you too much, but side scan sonar is like a flashlight and it's shining beams outside from the bottom. So like my fingers are, if there's an object in the water off of the bottom, it's going to cast a shadow on the backside. So once we have something that doesn't look like a normal anomaly in water, something that's round with jagged edges, it may look like riprap, something that just looks out of the norm, we'll mark that. And when I say mark that, we mark it on GPS on a chart plotter. And once we get that, then we try to triangulate it to get different angles to view different parts of what we're looking at. Because you have to think about the diver. The diver can't see how deep he is. He can't see anything. So his motion of search is just an arm's reach. And that's only one arm because his other arm is on a line that we communicate through. And that's how we keep tight search patterns, is because that's crucial in the water for us to be able to make patterns that overlap so we can cover an area. So we put the boats in the water. That whole area at the mouth of the Wolf River, we ran side scan sonar as well as Shelby County. And we had some things that, a lot of riprap, and there was even concrete matting, which the Corps of Engineers puts down for erosion control. So we were able to identify a lot of that, but there were some smaller rocks that we didn't mark. And it was just one of those things that you just kind of go, well, let's go ahead. We've got these marks. Let's dive it. Because a lot of times you may not dive. It might not just, we've ruled all these things out. But that particular day, being the situation, we had a 2-day-old, we went ahead and dove that.
Okay.
And when you're talking about the safety considerations, water temp, I think that day was 42.
Okay.
So we do dive encapsulated. So it's full dry suits, full face mask, hoods, gloves. So, we do have thermal protection, but the water's 42 degrees.
Still very cold.
Yes.
But better than falling in your street clothes.
Oh, absolutely. You'd only have minutes at 42.
You mentioned something. I know what this is, but I don't know if everybody does. You said riprap a couple times.
Yes.
What is that?
Well, you have limestone gravel. Riprap is your big rocks. You see them all along the edge of ditches, drainways, riverbanks.
Are there large riprap? Is the riprap under the water as well, or?
It is. Well, you got to think of them putting it on the bank. They're not hand placing it. So, extra rocks are going to roll off in the water.
Does would the riprap, currents, silt, all those things in the river make it difficult to find a firearm?
Oh, absolutely.
And those conditions, difficult conditions, right? You're concerned about diver safety. Would it be difficult to find a 2-day-old infant many hours after she had been thrown in the water? Yes,
and typically an adult, a larger child,
when they drown, they go straight to the bottom. An infant throws that other variable in there, 2-day old. You don't have bone structure. You don't have any of that stuff. So the possibility of that infant, floating was great. But like I said, we saw those items and we did a thorough search, at least over halfway across that Wolf River Inlet.
Okay. I'm going to show you, I'm going to hand forward a few photographs, and you don't have to describe them just yet. Just let us know if you recognize those.
Yes, these are.
That's kind of the route you guys searched, roughly.
It is, and you'll see you don't have that up? No.
Yeah, we're going to put them up just a second.
Okay.
We'll get them marked down. If we got those marked as the next 99 one.
Yes, I do recognize.
98 through 100, I think. I did if I publish
Please.
look at that little zoomed in there. And Mr. Winfrey, if you could describe what we're looking at here.
Okay, what you see on this now, our particular boat is not in those red lines as you see. This is SAR topo, and this would have been generated in the command post. But all of the boats or all the people on the search actually buy your phone. It's an app that we use that has your position wherever you are at all times when on a mission like this. So you see the circular from the red dot out. Those are just zones that gives us distance. It wasn't obviously our area of search, but you do see the red lines. Those are where those boats went. It doesn't show us at the mouth because at that time, like I said, was it almost 4 years ago? We weren't part of Shelby County at that time, so we weren't on this Sartopo piece of it.
Okay.
So what you're seeing, those red lines, they're all moving about up there. Those are Shelby County boats.
And that red dot right there in the middle, what is that?
I'm assuming that that's probably where the hat was found.
I'm going to object to any speculation.
All right.
Say,
Well, next number is good, please. But that's the radius of your search radius, the lines that are coming out of the circles, or is that?
No, not our search. That's not our search radius. Wherever you have a pinpoint, that's going to be. It just tells you distances from that point.
Okay.
As you can see, where it says diver cleared, that's the part of the mouth and the area of where we cleared.
Okay.
We didn't do anything behind it except the boat ramp into that area.
Okay, we got the next. You can tell us what this is.
That's is that several days later?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's February the 6th.
Okay, so we had at the end of our mission day, it got dark on us. We had that ice storm moving in. So we didn't do any of the dive operations from that point, but we did go back down, and what you see the red lines also, those are boats doing their search patterns. Basically at that point, we're looking for, any items on the riverbank, anything that's questionable, anything floating.
We got the next number on it. That is
Of course, the river was on rise too. I mean, it was big flow coming out of the Wolf and on the Mississippi
have there
River.
been some storms recent to that?
I don't at all.
And this is the final, I guess, search is this February 6th. I see February 6th in the middle of the photo.
Oh, okay, yes. Same thing. And that may be, was that the same date, just a different picture?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, I think it's just the same thing.
And those are boats. Those are the path of boats searching for things on the Mississippi River. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Were y'all ever able to find the baby, the infant,
No, we didn't find any.
or a firearm?
No.
Thank you, sir. No further questions.
Just to be clear, these red lines, are those from your boats or from Shelby County boats?
Shelby County boats.
Okay, so you weren't actually on any of the red
No, ma'am.
lines.
No, ma'am,
Um,
not at
so
that time.
what you're testifying to is purely based on looking at a diagram that you kind of know what that diagram is
No,
about?
I was there. I mean, I was there, and I know what this diagram is. It just that particular day, we didn't have that app on our phone because we weren't functioning as Shelby County. We were there as a mutual aid role, as a request. So we didn't get, we weren't tapped in. They knew where our area was of search, but we just weren't on this map.
Right, so none of those red lines are y'all?
No.
And the diver cleared area, was that y'all or was that Shelby County?
No, that's us.
Okay, so that portion of it is what y'all searched?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, one moment. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. You may sit
All right.
down.
We got a state calls Andy Tweed.
Mr. Tweed, come forward and watch your step. Stand right here, face your honor, raise your right hand.
Good morning.
Morning.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Have a seat. Watch your step.
Good morning.
You would state your name if you spell it for the jury and the court, please.
Andy Tweed, ANDYTWEED.
And where do you work?
I just retired from the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
You're making us all jealous.
Worked for them for 32 years.
Okay, and what do they do?
We enforce all the wildlife and boating laws in the state of Tennessee. And I was assigned to Shelby County and have been here for 32 years and spent most of my time on the Mississippi River enforcing the wildlife and boating laws.
Did you guys get a call to search for a baby, an infant in the Wolf River, Mississippi River area, and a firearm back on February 2nd, 2020?
Yes, we did. We actually got a call from TBI requesting our assistance.
How long have you been doing this type of work?
I've been doing this since 1993.
And you've learned a lot about the river over these years?
Yes, sir.
How have you learned about the river?
Learned actually just being on my own on the river the whole time. And we checked the commercial fishermen out there. We checked the duck hunters, the deer hunters, and assist our fisheries department in sampling for fish. So an average week, I'm on the river 3 days a week, 4 days a week.
Have you taken classes or any type of things like that to learn about the river?
I did. When I was in college, I got a 4-year degree in wildlife biology. And when I was in the summers in college, I was a fishing guide out in Yellowstone Park. And in order to be a fishing guide in Yellowstone Park, we had to spend 2 weeks doing the first aid classes and the Red Cross classes. And the Coast Guard, actually from the Columbia River Basin, came and taught us about inland waterways and search and rescue and things of that nature.
Have you been on a lot of search and rescues
Yes.
over the years?
Yes.
About how many?
I would say on the Mississippi River and McKellar Lake, roughly 30.
Searching actually for bodies?
Yes, 30 to 35.
Have you trained people on river searches?
I have.
Have you trained people to search for bodies on the river and bodies in water?
Yes.
Got a week tender, Andy Tweed is the expert in river search and rescue and recovery.
Good, we approach. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen.
Good.
It's a little swoop, a sneaky little glide. The message is simple.
Hour and a half
Like
or
and
2 hours of the
subscribe.
search.
The 2nd of February 2022, right?
Yes, sir.
For a baby, an infant. Do you remember what time that was?
Roughly
Well, as soon as he said what he did, the first thing I thought of was you. This is right up your alley. Yeah, good job for you.
2:00 in the morning. I think we probably got the call about 9, had to go get a boat, and I met 2 of my sergeants and an individual from TBI. And like I said, the request came from TBI to get a boat and help them look at, it was my understanding we were looking for an infant and a carrier or both. And after an hour and a half or 2 hours of the search, we were all the way down to what they call the Economy Boat Store, which is below the I-55 bridge, when the gentleman from TBI got a phone call and said,
Objection to hearsay. Your response.
Did you, I'll ask,
Sustained.
did you learn anything that you acted upon?
I mean, we didn't find anything.
Did you take any actions as a result of a phone call?
Yes, I took the TBI agent back to the boat ramp where the original crime scene was called.
If you could tell us about how the currents work on the river and all that sort of thing, if you could.
I can. In that particular area is a boat ramp, is what we call the north boat ramp of Mud Island. And on the north side of the boat ramp, the Wolf River jumps into the Mississippi River. If you'll go north of that, up the Mississippi River about 600 yards, you have a place called the Lucy Woodstock Terminal. And from that point up to about Jimmy T. Woods, the river is about a 3 or 4 mile stretch that the currents flow directly into that.
If I can interrupt you, this might help you.
Yeah, absolutely, be great.
I can fast forward, it's the,
It's the what?
I'm sorry, the defense has it, it's guilty, tell us what it is.
Okay, this is a flash drive, and it's a picture of the Mississippi River.
Thank you.
This is actually a video.
The video, yes.
Yeah, we got that numbered as the, and the next number is video.
And this envelope is labeled
This
River
is the
Video.
101.
Initial. Exhibit 101? These are your initials.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, just checking.
We can publish,
Yeah, please.
Mr. Tweed, if you could just let us know when to pause it, because that will help you better explain to the jury how things are working out.
All right, you can pause it right there. Okay. All right, this location right here, you see the muddy water coming into the Mississippi River, that is the Wolf River, where it dumps into the Mississippi River. That barge is hooked up to what they call the Lucy Woodstock Terminal. Just upstream from that is where the majority of the current comes in, and it goes underneath that barge, it goes right down the Mud Island revetment area right there. And if you get south of the boat ramp right here, the current starts to go back out towards the main channel underneath the I-40 bridge.
Okay. I see, this is, obviously wasn't taken the day of, correct?
No, sir.
Was the water level different the day of?
A little bit. I think it was a little bit higher than this.
Why is the water different?
Apparently, you got two different colors, and what you've got, the Wolf River, apparently we've had a rain event upstream, and that's what's causing it to be muddy and very viscous.
Do the currents coming out of the Wolf and the currents going down the Mississippi, do they kind of clash in some way?
They do. They do.
Does that create some turbulence?
It does.
If you could tell the jury, well, I want to ask you, are the currents deceptive in these rivers?
Absolutely, they are.
I don't know if you know this, but do you know what the water volume is running down the Mississippi or down the Wolf River?
I don't.
Object his qualifications on testing something that requires scientific information.
I was asking if you knew.
He asked if he knew. If he doesn't know, I will allow him to answer overruled. If you don't know, you don't.
No, ma'am.
That's fine. Now, you indicated that there are sandbars and things like that.
Yes.
In the river. Can you tell us a little bit about the sandbars and the currents and how that works?
All right. The river is constantly changing. Every day it is changing. And of course, the Corps of Engineer has to come in and dredge and keep the channel open, and they put new dike revetments in all the time. So that changes the navigable waterway or the channel itself. So it is a changing river every day.
The water was very cold on February 2nd, 2022?
Yes, I would say between 38 and 42 degrees.
What would happen to, say, adults, if I fell in right now with my...
Your Honor, can I approach?
Pardon me, again. I'm right with you.
Sidebar Food, it's in your sight. Like and subscribe. Oh, don't be shy.
You didn't know whether a body had been under that river or not, did you?
I did not, no, sir.
And you didn't know if a crime then had been committed at that spot.
No, sir.
Why did you call the crime scene then to the jury?
When we got there, it was already a crime scene.
That's place for that.
Yeah, the police were there and they had the ambulance and the fire truck and all that.
That's it. And did you find anything?
No, sir.
And you searched in the water?
We searched the bank. We were looking, as I told you earlier, we were looking for either a body or a carrier, a little baby carrier. And I went to every known location where you have a little bit of an eddy water where that would have washed up.
So you got a crime scene with no evidence
Yes, sir.
of crime?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Any redirect?
Yes, ma'am. You weren't out there on a ski trip, were you?
No, sir.
You got information there was a body in the river. That's why you were out
That's the
there.
information. Absolutely. That's the information that I got, and that's what we were looking for. But no, sir, we did not find it.
Nothing further there.
So you had no evidence? Found no evidence?
I found no evidence. No, sir.
Thank you. You may sit down, and
We-
congratulations on your time.
Thank you very much.
This might be a good breaking point.
Yes, ma'am.
It's time for y'all to eat again. Don't be so excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, jury, lead your pins and pass in the chair. Follow me, please.
I don't think so, no, Your Honor. I think the volume is going to be, it's going to be louder for the officers talking because they're nearer to the camera that's recording. The defendant's statements are set kind of softer, so the volume does have to be turned out to be able to hear him. but I don't think it's gonna be offensive.
Thank you.
But I think these transcripts will not come in as evidence. So I think the court should instruct the jury ahead of time that the evidence is what they hear and not what they're reading necessarily. If what they hear is evidence.
These are not going to be admitted. These are just tools to assist in understanding what transpired during the statement.
Yeah, what they hear is what the evidence is.
That's, I don't have a problem with that.
Thank you.
Does the state object?
Oh, no, man, we were just, we did transcripts as an aid to help them understand the evidence.
Oh, you can wait before you start reading. I know it's tempting. Turn it over. Let's discuss. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed lunch. Dinner will be served shortly. Thank you again. What you have found in your seats is a tool, what the state has called an aid, that will help you in understanding statements that you may hear. With that said, this is not evidence. These are just tools to assist. You should rely solely on what you hear and not what some transcriptionists may have thought they heard. Is that sufficient for you, Mr. Massey? Say?
Yes, ma'am, that's fine.
Follow along carefully, but also paying attention to your own senses, okay? Also, we are about to embark on a rather lengthy video. If you find yourself getting a little sleepy, let us know. We'll get you some coffee, okay? Because they're going to cut the lights off. And I'm going to be looking at you. All right, making sure that we're all here together, okay? Please call your next witness.
Thank you. State House Sergeant Charles Winbush.
Sergeant Winbush, come forward. Watch your step. Stand right here, face down, and raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Please have a seat.
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
Good afternoon.
If you would state your full name and if you could spell it for the jury and for the board group.
Charles Winbush, CHARLES, WINBUSH.
Sergeant,
Excuse me. Lieutenant.
oh, it's in. Okay. Under motion, I'm sorry.
Yes.
When's your birthday? Lieutenant?
9/25/69.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hope you like your gift. All right, so you work with Memphis Police Department, correct? How long have you worked?
27 years.
What's your assignment there?
Now, lieutenant at the Real-Time Crime Center.
Back in February 2022, what was your assignment?
I was an investigator in Homicide Bureau.
Okay. How long have you been there in homicide?
I was in homicide for a year and a half.
Okay. Did you get assigned some tasks to work on a homicide case involving victim Danielle Hoyle and Kennedy?
Yes.
What was the first, well, were you primarily assigned with speaking with the defendant, Brandon Israel?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you first to identify him if you can see him in the courtroom.
Yes. Gentleman standing there with the black tie and white shirt was sitting there.
Is it a little different than when you talked to him?
Yes.
Okay. His hair is different, is that right?
Yes, hair is different and no glasses.
Okay. What's the first thing you do when you go to talk to a person about a crime?
Read them their rights. We'll have them read their rights.
Okay. I'm pass forward documents, like 2 documents. You have to recognize those.
Yes.
What are those?
If advice of rights, one of his rights.
Yeah, I have that marked collectively as the, I'm not sure where we are, 101, I think, 102.
Okay.
Collective, 2 pages, advice of rights, 102.
All right, Dr. Coolidge.
Go ahead, please.
All right, Sergeant, this is the advice of rights we just spoke of?
Yes.
All right, if you could explain to the jury what this is exactly.
So whenever we're going to ask somebody accusatory question, we advise them of their rights when they ask concerning the crime. We have them sign it, read it out loud, initial each line saying that they understand the line, and then we have them sign it if they choose to speak with us.
All right, and you also make sure that they're not involved in the drunk or on the drug.
Intoxicated or anything like that. Yes.
And it says that there are no drugs, no alcohol.
Correct.
Who wrote that? Did you write that, or did you have him write that?
Had him write it.
And if you could read those rights for us. Can you read that? Can you see that?
Well, we're gonna just, okay, before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. Now that made it worse. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court.
And those initials on the next to that, you have the right to remain silent. Those are the.
Those are Brendan Isabelle.
Did he do that himself?
Yes. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. You have the right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering questions at any time.
Okay. The initial, each one of those, is a total of how many initials on there?
6.
And then here at the bottom,
Waiver of rights. I have read the statement of my rights and I understand what my rights are. No promises, threats have been used against me. No pressure, force, or coercion of any kind have been used against me. At this time, I read the questions without a lawyer present. And then after him reading that, we have him sign it.
and that's his signature and his, did he print it in there?
Correct.
And whose signatures are the witnesses?
Mine is the first one and Sergeant Boyd is the second.
This is this. Some more questions that you guys asked initially, correct?
Correct.
And the first one, can you read and write without the aid of eyeglasses?
And the answer was yes.
Are you under the influence of any intoxicants or drugs?
Answer is no.
Do you suffer from any mental disorder?
Answer is no.
Are you in any physical discomfort that keeps you from participating in this interview?
Answer is no.
When he signed this, he had, because there was a period of time where he was in there sort of by himself, right?
Correct.
Before you guys ever started talking to him?
Correct.
And that was about?
Maybe a couple hours.
Okay. Do you understand that you're speaking with law enforcement personnel?
Yes. Yes.
And what is the last grade you completed in school?
Well, fairly high.
So I guess he graduated high school.
Yes.
And the last question, he has not been arrested in the past.
Put down no.
Okay. So this is all on video, correct?
Yes.
And we already talked that you had, he had been sitting there for some time, right? Before you actually started talking to him.
Correct.
What were you guys doing while he was sitting in there?
Gathering information and evidence, because as we get called out, everything is happening in real time.
So, and you're looking for?
Evidence that will say his whereabouts, what he was doing, and all those things. Yeah.
Is there sort of a missing person search going on, or?
Yes, it's, the baby was missing. I think baby Kennedy was missing, so we were trying to gather information about that.
Karen, may we approach?
Yes, and as you're approaching, I need to speak to Deputy Moore.
Looks like the page 2 part of that is incorrect. So we just withdraw that.
Withdraw exhibit.
Just collect
It
it.
withdrawn as a whole or just the second page?
Just the second page, the first page is. Yeah. So we just need to change that if we could. I think the exhibit sticker is on page 2. After you've read his writing.
Just a moment, please.
I would just ask, since that was published to the jury, that the correction is made for the jury, that was not Mr. Isabelle's second page, but that was Ms. Stewart's second page.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, there seems to have been some sort of error in the publication of the last exhibit. It was a 2-page document. Apparently, the second page cannot be attributed to Mr. Isabelle, and you shall give it no weight as though it is his. Okay? Thank you.
That whole signing of the rights and all that is also on this video that we're going to watch, correct?
Correct.
All right, if I could fast forward a USB drive. And let us know if you have that.
I do.
Is that the USB drive with all the statements and the clips on it?
Correct.
Okay. Now, if we could have that marked as, either one of 3.
USB initial CYW?
Yes.
Thank you.
We could begin public code if, so the jury knows it. This thumb drive has been broken down into about 6 clips, correct?
Correct.
And we're gonna play, clip number 1. Let me get this up here. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions before I start it.
Just for the purposes of all involved, all 6 clips are contained in this transcript, so we should start on page 1 with this particular clip.
Yes, ma'am.
So now is the time that we can let our transcripts and review. Again, you are to rely on your personal senses and not the words. Treat it as a guide only.
And the first one is the longest clip. It's the longest transcript. So we did do the front and back, which is a little more difficult to follow along. Judge, if anybody just fall behind or whatever, just let us know and we can try to find out where we are. Get it straightened out. Now, can you tell us what we're looking at here?
Okay, that's Brandon Isabelle that's laying on the bench. That's Sergeant Boyd that's closest to the camera, and I'm the one walking through the door.
Okay. Now, when you indicated that we're about 2 hours, you've been in there for about 2 hours and 15 minutes when you guys come walking in.
Yes, sir.
Is that what he's doing most of the time?
To my knowledge, yes.
And you guys reading his rights, and I wanted to talk just really quickly. He gives you initially a first version of what happened.
Yes.
You can tell the jury what that is.
So when we got in there, we are asking him about his whereabouts during the day and what he was doing that night. And he knew that Danielle Hoyle was missing, and that's what we were talking about. He told us that he met with her at a map coat on Brooks, and that they didn't exchange words. He gave her some baby clothes for their 2-day-old baby, and he left and went home. He said after that he texted her, and I've never heard from her again, so he got worried about where she was, and he was constantly trying to reach out to her, but he was never getting an answer. He also said that family members of Danielle sent him some texts where they was trying to find out where he was, because to their knowledge, when Danielle left the house, she was going to meet him. Right there in the lower corner.
What's the problem exactly?
Working on it here, I believe when we connected to the TV, for some reason it changed, switched over to the TV audio output and trying to switch it back to speakers.
I'm sorry to be here talking with this. dates you got there? So. What's your name? Brandon Isabelle. Who? Brandon Isabelle. Spell your first name. B-R-A-N-D-O-N. Last name? I-S-A-B-E-L-L-E. What's your date of birth? February 1st, 1997. This is a birthday. That's pretty good, man. How old are you? How old are you? 25. Yeah, I'm gonna care. I want to get it to be 25 again, right? I do think that's a life. You only have 14 years on my armor? No, sir. No leg armor? Okay. Okay, you know, of course, you guys got here to talk to you. This right here is, you know, instead of violating rights, they don't mean that you're going to jail or anything. It's just to make sure you understand your rights, okay? Read that out loud for me. From here to here. Read that out loud for me. Before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have a right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any question. You have a right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, when we appoint it to you for you before any question, if you wish. If you decide to answer any question now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering questions at any time. Okay. You understand all that? Feel like what you're on TV, right? All right. Right here, you understand it? Just initial. Right here, just saying that you understand it. What line is that? There's an initial right there. Put your initials. Okay, read this one out. I've read this statement on my rights and I understand what my rights are. No promises or threats have been made to me, and no pressure, force, or coercion of any kind has been made against me. At this time, I am ready to answer questions without a word. Okay, do you understand coercion? You understand what? Okay, coercion means basically we're not bullying you or putting pressure on you or putting you in fear. You know, like us coming here, coming at you crazy. You don't feel like that, right? Okay, so you understand that? Okay. You understand it? There's a sign and print right there. Nah, I just know that. Did you type it up again? No, it was like, I don't know that. But it was typed from this is done a lot. We'll publish that for you. Okay. Sorry, I did, type that one today. Okay. So what brings us here today? My baby mom and my child. Okay. We just had a child, January 31st. And I'm in the hospital since she went Sunday night. I went to the gym Sunday night and she told me she wanted to late, right? I went to the gym. I went to the hospital, we're in the hospital this morning. Okay. I did this morning, my son had to have surgery on his tooth. My son with my son. Okay. I have another child. Okay. My son is Kingston. He had to have surgery on his tooth, so me and my wife, we're going through a divorce date right now. Me and my wife were been up there. It lasted till about 11 o'clock. And 11 o'clock, he came home with me. The man should have been in bed till about 6, 7. when I took him back home to her, 6, 7 in the morning at night. When I took him back home to her, I went and met him to give her some clothes for the baby. What time was it? Around 7:45, 8. When I dropped my son off at about 7:15, 7:30. About 7:45 at night. Okay. When we left, we were going towards 3rd Street. And we were coming from Blue Road, we were going to 3rd Street, so she went back down. I was going back home. So when I went back home, I said I went for a little bit. And as I told my mom, I was going for a reference. And she said, why? So this long time since about 10-ish. Yeah, what you got? They do. That's a big mom. Well, potential. Until we were doing the DNA test. Going with the DNA. Okay, that's a baby that's going on that part. What's that? Kenny. Where did you meet Danielle when you met at 7:45? Then I go, what's wrong? Where you on the way? I don't know anything. It's across the street from like an industrial park. That'd be great. And then you get off the space like everything, you make it right. Whether at the first or second light. Yeah, that's close to great. I don't know the other situation. Take place and great as that man. Well, we all on that though. How long we got it? About a minute. Just long enough for you to work. Go to clothes and stuff like that. What did you give her? Slipping off for them and so she's custodian, and they that, and you can't do that one, you can't really do those house like that. Yeah, I mean, you might know. Right now, if you know, and you know, because you know, you're gonna do it. You didn't do it about it. Yeah, that's a statement. But I still don't know my but and I was in the hospital when they were born, stayed back there, you know, but I've been, I didn't want to sign it until I knew what was exactly trying to do it. Okay. When that's supposed to come back? 10 to 5 days. Okay. Sometimes this week. I've seen it obviously. Okay. So I've been in the hospital. I was there with the baby born. Stayed there last night. Left there last night when my son was born. She left the hospital this morning. So me, I'm just trying to do my part. This case it is mine. Chance never said I was not there. Fair enough. Like I told you, if it turned out that it's not mine, I would still give you, I would still give you the things that I bought because it's not the baby's fault. Right. So, well, let me ask you this real quick. I know you buy things like that, and I've been in that situation before, so I don't think asking for my place, I have been for myself. You know, I had that woman out there, and, you know, just very similar situation as yours. What's the likelihood you think that they was yours? It's percentage law, I say, like 30, but I'm just going to say that because me and her work in fitness here, so I mean I know I get that all the stuff that she's doing, so but just clarify what you said, like you're more 7% thinking that it's yours. Yeah, about 70-30. Okay, 60-40. It's more like on the media side, it's possibly not. Okay. But I just want to be on the safe side. Right. Because I don't like the activity and stuff that's going on. I got you. With her, the mom, with other people. Okay. So y'all met so y'all met back over you was on. How long was you there? About a minute. Okay. You talked to her? Not much. Did she seem distressed or weird? It would start raining. It just started raining right time. So just who got there first? Me. Okay. So for the moment you pulled up, just tell exactly what happened. So you wanted it. If let's just say that my home is a gas station, where do you, and this is Brooks. Good. Okay. So show me how, like, you know, if this is Brooks, yeah, this is good. There's like I felt there on the side of the line when the gas station did. I said these are pumps. I was okay, so he was on using pumps, so you might have the pumps, okay. What pump? You didn't get no gas, you did right by the pump. Okay. This pump right there just get out right there. Yes. Okay. What kind of car is she in? A gold Chevy Cruze. Okay. What kind of car you with? What shit, man? Okay. You know your dad don't be a melody. Or is it your car? It's your car. It's basically for you. You know, your dad might be my father. Okay. You qualify on it. Okay. Well, just to clarify what you meant, you know, we know a lot of women a lot of times they'll go listen for attention and stuff like that. Okay, what we trying to do? That's what I'm learning with the friend because she actually did this not too long ago, saying that she was gonna kill herself. She was gonna go to the lakeside and all that. So that's why I want to do the process of getting custody of her right now. It's a common thing. One of my friends just pulled the same thing. You know, we found her safe and sound a couple days later. I had extra to do it, so, but the thing is, it's still one thing where we gotta, cover our tracks, okay? She was good, and she told me that I didn't know how to take it through. I'm like, okay. But this is one of the things, that's why I'm asking these questions, and so some of them seem redundant, some of them may seem, kind of accusatory, but we're just trying to find out, we're just trying to get information, so we can cover our stuff, hopefully we'll find it, what you have to deal with, and shit, so, if that's the case. So, how did you give it back to her? You said from the car window, you just hand it out, and then took off, okay. Y'all, but what did y'all say? What did y'all say with y'all? Okay, was there. Okay, so, and then you said she was going to McDonald's, so she told you she was going to McDonald's. That's what she wanted to eat at first. Okay, I guess she was getting something to eat, but I didn't know, because I'm not from the area, so I really just know where I go. I remember what my dad used to across the street from there, so I thought we should stay. All right. Okay, so you get a bag, and y'all leave, I guess, headed towards what? We went back towards the building. Towards which one? Back towards third. Both y'all went towards third. And I got a special home. Oh, I got there, going to right there. So you went to third down the expressway, and so I'm down the expressway, what she do? I went in there. Okay. Okay. We talked a little bit earlier anyway, because she should have a caution because everything going on. Right. Okay. Did you see your baby in the car? Mm-hmm. You did. Where was your baby sitting at? In the back, kind of as a. I wouldn't say it was open. So you have the back seat. And this is the seat behind the seat. It was like kind of like in between. It was so okay. Baby looked okay when you said? She was on QC. What she got on? She had her own. The black one. Okay. Or the open black. No. But she told me she had just got her medicine to my baby, but the baby's arm was broken. Okay. But she's going to the same thing, so both of them have no eyes. So, before I met her, that's what she was telling me. She was doing, she was going to get the medicine for the baby. That's why I told her just don't beat me. Like you do class and she's not home. Right. Okay. So, I said 45, so you still have about a minute. What happened? Where you got to the house right now? Okay, what time is the house? 8:30. 8:30? And that was where? My house? What's the address? 8702 Lathbury, LATH. I'm sorry, give me the address again. 8702. Okay. Lathbury, LATH. BURY. Place. Also, it's LATH. BURY? Yeah, place. Excuse me, household. Okay. Okay, so anyway, you went to the house, okay. What'd you do with the house? Well, good job. Okay. Then what? What time did you have to go to your girlfriend's house? About 2:30. That what time you got there? I see my phone. What'd you do when you got to the house? I said, come with me. Because me and her going to somebody want you over here. Because usually I'll go in there, even though her mom live in there, even though she's not there. But I asked her, I feel comfortable doing it anymore because the situation we in. So. Okay, what kind of situation are we in? We have a child. She's it's in the book for your mom's family, man. This happened before they got together, though. I mean, she was like kind of like on and off the whole process. Like she knew, but then we got her age and kind of rough. So it's a weird thing. And that's why I was asking, I was like, you knew about the whole time, so now when the baby gets here. That's what's right now. Yes, I teach you. Okay. So you went to her house about 10:30. Did you leave out getting there by 10:30 or did you get there by 10:30? So what time do you think you got there? How long did it take you to get there? 30 minutes. Okay. So you got there around 11. Is it my phone? Okay. When you got there, did you tell her you was there or was she there or what? She went there, she didn't get some meat. She was coming from booking a hair appointment. Okay. So I thought, at first I thought I was going to wait on her. Like, I walked her by myself. And then she took so long. Like, when I told her mom, well, text her and asked her, come on over the door. She said, okay. So he said, you got there before she did. And then he was told, you tell her one of them, open the door. I text her, her people, her mom, or her brother. Where she stay at?
I want to ask you a real quick. You, at the top of that page, it's the third one down where he says she wasn't there. She had to get something to eat because she was coming from booking a hair appointment with somebody. Is he referring to?
Artesia. Artesia, yeah.
Okay.
You live on the street, but our teacher's house. Well, it's her mom's house, but she lived in Macon, yeah. I used to live in Macon. ARTESAK. Okay, and her mom lived in Land? The brother, I was in the car, her brother came outside, he went to the house, I don't know who opened the door. Okay, he was open when I got there. Okay, so you went inside, stayed inside? Yeah, when I got inside, because I was getting the text messages from the page, because I was texting her, as soon as I got shot, like, I ain't just seen her once that day, he seen a picture of someone going to someone who was like, she kept texting her, like, you said you was texting her from what? From the phone at first. Okay. Somebody, you'll show you when it's delivered. Someone delivered, and someone did, two of them did. So I was going to text her, like, if you sleep, then it's cool, you'll kiss with me. That's the cousin texted, like, throughout the period of time. I get a response, so I text her on Snapchat, then get a response.
He's telling you this about texting Danielle. What do you know about Danielle?
We know Danielle is no longer with us.
I text her on Facebook, never got a response. I text her friend on Facebook named Tashina. Never got a response. What? Tashina. Never got a response. So, okay, it's like if it's still on the wall, then I'm gonna just tell her to deal with it. So I went away to my girlfriend's house. That's when her brother texted me to do it for her and baby. So I texted back, I was like, what do you mean, who is this? Because how you have access to her baby, so who is this? Right. So he gave me another call. So I called him like in my girlfriend's house. So I called him, I was in her room. He kept saying they found her car, a baby. So I said, okay, where is she? He said, they don't know. I said, well, where's the car? He didn't really give me any information. So he said, sorry, just came to their house and told them what was going on, but they didn't really give me any information. So I said, can I come over to the dog's house? He never responded, but it was a female in the background saying, she was like, this going on. Then I followed her, so I called her back. And then she was like, where you at? Well, the female background, she said, where you at? I said, I'm at my girlfriend's house. She said, well, what's her address? I said, I'm not going to give you anybody else's address. Right, yeah. I'm not going to do it. Right. So then I told her, I'll text her mine. And she said, okay, do that. So on the phone, I texted my girlfriend. I said, would you mind if I gave you your address? She said, what's going on? I told her the situation. And that's what she had pulled like 2 minutes later. And I got called over and I texted her address. Okay. Who had it? The Blackberry. We picked up a Blackberry address. From whoever was on her Facebook page. Okay. Okay, you were on that Facebook message. Yeah, with her brother was whoever was. But that's when he was at our teacher's house. But you gave him the address over in Cordova. Okay. What time y'all leave our teacher's house on Headland? I took my call off. I was calling mom. So I went over. Okay. But she was with you? Yeah. So I can find what time it is. I was calling mom for something in the house. So she didn't want to answer. You got to call our teacher. What do you do? It's good. But my letter doc is this was a tree letter. And then now a step in the car from the grass. Her mom's car was in the front. I didn't want to bring her mom's car in. So I was like up on the side towards the tree. I was like, if she wasn't pulled in, she would have brought my car in. So she would have her own car. I was in the rest even just trying to get out of there. I was in the rest just trying to find out what's going on. So I'm saying, you said, I think you gave my address. That's understandable. I mean, we get it. We know that you're going through a tough time right now. We're going to get it. You know, we think, Mom, we get it. Okay, so I understand you. So, I understand, man. You do it. So you said, I guess the time that you left our teacher, that will be in your phone. Okay. Do you mind if we take it? Okay. Like we can. Okay. I'm gonna get a phone that's just to protect you, protect us. You know what I'm saying? It's just so we can we're trying to get the time when you left and everything, okay? So I'm gonna get that phone. What's the code to your phone? It's 2303. All right, I'm gonna grab the phone. Yeah, that one is 121-203. Is it the one of those equal codes? Okay. I'm gonna get that phone. How you say your last name?
Real quick, this is the consent form to be able to search his phone?
Yes.
How long you and Artisha, how long y'all been seeing each other?
We've been seeing each other for a year and a half, but we actually get into a relationship until June 27th.
So y'all got a relationship?
Because the first time we spoke, it was like a couple of days that day, but it was
Yeah, y'all knew each other, what did y'all relationship start?
June 27th.
June 27th, 2021? What's your cell phone number?
Mine?
Yeah.
T-Mobile.
What kind of cell phone?
iPhone Pro Max, I think it's a Pro Max.
iPhone Pro Max? That's new now. What's your cell phone number?
90-340 4649.
4649? When you say the password is either,
It's one of those two.
okay. Give it to me
I do
again.
all face recognition.
Huh?
I do all face recognition, so it's one of those two.
Okay, your name is 2303 or 1203. Okay, alright. Just, read this out loud for me.
I already have been informed of my constitutional right not to have a search made on a saved device or save a telephone here not to mention without a search warrant and my rights to refuse to consent to search hereby authorized Sergeant J. Boyd, Sergeant C. Winbush.
Yeah.
Officers with the Memphis Police Department to conduct the complete search of my cell phone and all associated files include, but not limited to electrical or mechanical devices for the storage of data, whether digits or analog and associated call logs, text messages, multimedia images, and messages located on my phone or with the cell phone provider database, ETC, located at 170 North Main in Memphis, Tennessee. Is offered to the authorized by me to take my cell phone and any call logs, text messages, multimedia messages, video images, or still images, other electronic or mechanical devices for stored data, whether digital or analog or other property which they deem necessary to the investigation. These officers are also authorized by me to analyze, read, copy, print, and otherwise make use of the data stored there.
Okay, yes, this I consent form, you know, so we straight take a look so we can get to what we need. You good with it? All right. Sign right here. Today's date, which is the February 2nd, 2022, and the time is, it was 9:53 a.m. Bastard. All right, so this so we can get the time to everything else we need to have, okay?
When you get that, does the phone immediately go somewhere and they start looking at the phone, jumping the phone?
We still got a search warrant for the phone.
Okay.
So just, even though he gave us permission, we still went ahead and get the search warrant. So I don't know when exactly they went through.
Okay.
So the last time that you talked to us was at the gas station. Again, gave us stuff. Okay. You know, responded to any of that. Okay. This next question, like I said, we had some questions. We got to cover all this. Okay. We have to ask our bosses and stuff like that. Okay. Your girl, what's her name? Artisha. Okay. Does Artisha have a phone? What kind of firearm does she have? You don't know? What's it look like?
Silver.
Silver and black? You know what caliber it is? Where did she keep everything at?
So first,
A purse? Do you have a firearm?
yes,
What kind of gun do you have?
it's glad.
What kind of range does she have?
It's
Smith and Wesson? You say you don't know what caliber, right? Does she know to keep in her purse? What her purse look like? She know everything over there?
not even,
Not everywhere? Did she have it tonight?
I don't,
Did she have her purse tonight?
I actually got a car.
Oh, okay, right. Okay. When was the last time you saw her teacher's gun?
I haven't seen her really quite late. I think almost 2 years ago. We've been into it for about 2 weeks, so
Okay, okay.
I haven't really seen her much.
What did you do?
She's the guy teacher, so who? She used to get her house. I got out work. I don't know, maybe 2.
No, where in the house? In her room, where in her room? On her dresser?
No, I got
You know where about his gun at this point?
Yes, I do. Yeah, we found it at our teacher's house.
Well, you didn't find his gun there, his gun.
We didn't.
Objection to leaving. Your response?
Did you find Brandon?
No, not Brandon's gun.
Same.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll be sorry.
so at this point, we didn't know where his gun was.
Had you been to the state to arrest us?
Yes, we have already, by this time, we've already did the search warrant at her house.
But your testimony was you hadn't found any gun at Artistic.
No.
Is that correct? And that's when he's telling you that his gun should be there.
It should be there. He said it should be at Artistic's house on the dresser.
Yes, we know how to do it. Just put up. Okay. No, not even open up. If you got doors put up, I know you said you had. I'm glad you had it. Okay.
She said something. What, I think? What color is it? Where you gonna keep your gun at? Well, you said it's at her house right now, right? In the door? Okay. Where you gonna keep your gun at?
Me?
Yeah.
Went home.
Huh?
In the house.
Where you gonna carry the holster? Okay. Where you gonna
It's inside.
Yeah, that's what they call it. The holster. It's called a penny scale. Like you know from here, right? Okay. I'm curious.
No, I'm curious. We're like stories.
Yeah. Why would you go in that house?
I was rushing to leave. I guess they know my life anymore.
What color is your gun? So you don't know the color of her gun? Okay. All right. How long have you had it though?
About a year now.
About a year and a half. Have you ever fired? Okay. When's the last time you fired?
About a year ago, like the guy. So,
Okay. You fired it for that. Have you fired? So you said almost a year ago. You had fired since you worked there. The last time you went to the range.
I went to the range. It's on my phone. I can't remember specifically. I was at a marriage party.
Because I know the top right is.
Top Gun.
Top down. Okay.
Weekend.
Is that the one that's connected with the barbecue place?
It's like a bedroom. Like this is really. Okay, it's like this is something like that. It's like,
Okay.
it's like my house and trailers and stuff.
Okay. Okay, so you were waiting on Artistic and you was trying to locate the baby mama. Sometimes pieces all straight. You got baby mama, which is in you. Artistic, which is your girlfriend. And you said you and your wife are going through a divorce. Okay. When was the last time you spoke with your wife? Today.
Can I take my little boy to get his stupid?
Okay. All right. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I spoke with her when I go to my.
okay. All right. Did she know about you possibly having a baby? You don't know if you was not my wife yet. Okay. Did you have anything to say about it?
Well, yeah, I had a good like And we weren't even married, but we've been together 3 years. Okay, so we've been separated, but we can still. Y'all got a child, y'all got, yeah, I got that. Okay. So what, I know, I tell you, I was little sick, so this is what y'all going through, right? Well, she has all one minute she'll be upset, next minute she'll say, she can't wait to hold her hand, hold her hand, and things like that. Man, and when she was first born, she was upset, but so I come from yesterday, and yesterday, pharmacy hospital.
What did you tell her about you and Danielle? What did you tell her to?
She knows about teachers.
So at this point, with Danielle, we all have to let her.
She knows about the life, she knows about teachers.
So everybody know about everybody? Okay. And you said when y'all left Patricia's house, y'all went to, and that's all. That's it, go over, right? That's all. Right here, okay. Did y'all go over between, did y'all have any stop between her house and by the time you got to your house?
She stopped me getting
Where y'all stopping you there?
She went down, I'm not going to so.
So it was closer, she got there.
She went down. I think it was a back coat. It's like, you know, where the airport is, like a road, whatever, like airport, like this phase headquarters or something. Like a gas station over there. She went to probably not over there, so I'm not really sure.
Was they going?
I don't know whatever.
I want to get out there for a different day.
She got gas for like 30 seconds. I'm got her car. Went straight to mine.
What y'all do once you got together?
One brother was trying to go home there, my dad came to the door. I walked in the house, punched him all over, upset, and told him my mom asked what was going on, told him what's going on. I showed her the issues I was giving her phone to, and then she called me. When we went to police, my dad is actually in the car and talking to the brother, and he told him to, he told him
what kind of message did you show your mom?
I was showing her that I didn't know which one to me. Okay, and while we're sitting there waiting, I had another issue for somebody that I don't even know. I said, quote unquote, hey, call me bitch. He said, hey, bitch, just go the other way. But they responded, and that's my mom. She read it, she called for me.
First, I see you don't have, would you like to have a transcript of all? We are, top of page 46. This is a little bit of a turning point in the conversation, correct? You know some things, right? You indicated you know about Danielle?
Yes.
The gun?
Yes.
And y'all start to confront him with facts that you're aware of, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
What do you think that today? No. Okay, so you're gonna have a very possible yours, but you would have to. This thing, you know, from your somebody.
I heard her say, who?
So, here's somebody from work. I know you made a statement earlier that you heard about some different things going on. Has he told you anybody was breaking her, after her, anything like that?
Daniel?
Yeah. So, that's what that power is.
I heard her. So you might do all the things I heard this until about December. I really just associate with it. I do, but I knew she put all that. I heard them really just talking to about December, like text every day. Hey, you good? Yeah, okay, you shaking on you. Okay, doctor told me this. Okay, you shaking on you. Like, some conversation like that.
Okay, so how did that conversation go? She told me she was pregnant.
She told me she was pregnant. I asked her what's mine. She said, well, you know when. Okay, but she knows about it. And
so she told you what was your response?
I offered the back for an abortion. I mean, I was still even married, so I wasn't just, what they call it, abortion. But at that time, my wife was staying with me. She didn't want her out of her pocket, so I didn't want her. So she told me at first that she was gonna get one. She told me she went to the doctor for the abortion. And she got there and she changed her mind. And after that, I mean, after that, we heard that we just spoke on it too, like you said.
You know, you gotta pray to her to get it. See, after she went back with mine, you was over it.
I never just spoke to her. I didn't have to anything, but he said, that's why I texted her, baby, to check on her. She was like, she did anything. She went to go in the neighborhood. And then as she went into the neighborhood, I was at the jail. But I was texting her. Through Snapchat. She had told me. She had transported to the maid by ambulance. She told me she was like, I won't be punching my nephew. And she said to her because she was hurt. That's it. She would be punching her nephew. She's like hurt, so she said to her. And she could feel the contraction after contraction after contraction. So she got sent to the maid by ambulance. When she got there, I went up there. I'm trying to get her further to continue. The maid could she could have only one visit. I was taking her to her that, they told me, I don't know about all of that. So I would, she was getting transported to the neighborhood living room. So I didn't go up there. I got held about 12. Sat up there, she had the baby at 2:12 today. I was there for all that. The baby stayed there. I stayed there that morning. I left on that Sunday. I left that Monday and went home for a while before I went back up there. I went back up there yesterday night.
Lieutenant, so he had indicated earlier that he really didn't talk to her that much, is that correct?
Correct.
And it's changed a little bit now, right?
Yes.
He wants to be there for the birth?
Right.
And I stayed the night with her. I didn't play on it. I'm going to go and watch my clothes. But I ended up staying overnight. So my son had his morning at 16 for sure. I overslept. So my mom, she called my teacher. I went over there. So my mom called the hospital herself and spoke to Danielle on the phone herself. And Danielle woke me up. And someone told me I was late for this one. So you been voting on it for right? Yes, sir. You sure? Yes, sir. Okay.
Well, been on this plan for a while. Sometimes things get out of control. Sometimes things happen that we had no intention on them happening. All right, so this time right here, I'm gonna need you to repeat what you stated. I don't need you to be honest with me. Because what you have to do, you have to think about what we're going to do. How you going to be viewed? What's going to be done to you? You know, and your timeline is off. Places that you went tonight is off. You have told us where you went. Do you know where you are? What?
That's not your problem. You know what kind of investigator we are? The homicide. You know what that means? When investigate murders. Okay? So, with that being said, you need to really think long and hard. And you need to be honest with us. Because right now, we know that you're not guilty. You understand what I'm saying?
And you want to say we don't think you're being honest.
We know that you're not being honest. We can prove it. Okay? So, understand this. We're not mad at you for bullshitting us, okay? It's all. We will do that, okay? We know what's going on with y'all, okay? Now, what you want to do is you want to say things, you want to explain what the fuck happened. Don't let the evidence tell the fucking story for you. It is not going to work out good for you. How old are you? You're 25 years old. Are you a monster? Are you a fucking monster? Are you a monster? Because right now, shit never look good. We got a baby missing. And that baby mother. We got no shit. Where is she? I don't know what she is. I'm trying to figure out what she is. Right? We know this bullshit. I'm not saying I'm not bullshit, okay? Right? We don't time sensitive matter. We don't time sensitive matter, right? It ain't time to play games. This ain't TV. This ain't none of that shit. Tell me, where are we being?
from the time you left your mom house to me bringing you. So I'm sure to get in. Right. And that's not the Walmart, so it's not. When you get a Walmart, that's not what we looking for. Okay, so much stuff further, but you get my house. That's all I know, that's what I'm for my house. But you ain't probably no problem with that. That's the more. I need you to tell me what happened. And people get upset, they get heated things that are out of control. That's understandable. We all been, by the time we let emotions get the better of us. This is the time to correct that mistake. What happened here, so, spraying this bullshit. We know it, you know it too. But what is it? I don't know. Where's the brand? Tell us what they did. I'm not sure. You sure? Well, what do you? Yeah, I never handled it. You never handled it at all. Well, I don't feel like I'm yelling and cussing and all that bullshit. I'm not a nigga, bro. I'm really, you can fuck yourself. Yeah, it's gonna be us that do it, it's gonna be you. Because I'm really asking this. Do you know? You see those poles in Lime Street, right? Sometimes you see on those poles blue flashing lights, right? What's on those lights? Sometimes the lights don't flash. Okay? What do we have at these intersections and some intersections? You see an intersection? And the intersections. Okay, check good. Okay. Right. Comes all over the city. Now, with that in mind, Brandon, you really need to rethink your fucking story. It's not gonna fly. I'm just gonna be real with you, okay? It's not gonna fly, bro. I told you what happened. What happened to Danielle? What happened to that lady? What are they? You said you're doing that. Is that her fault? Right? Alright. You probably doing that. So when we get this done, it has been fired. Okay. Is it in the holster? Where's the holster? Why is the gun inside our teacher's house? Why is it not on me? Why is it not on me? Okay, so how did the holster get back in the car? My holster is staged in the drug car. But you just said the drug car when I walked over there. Did you walk out? I was going from the car to the house. So you just carried it in there? It was in my pocket. Okay, let me paint you a picture. You tell me the next time. Okay? You said I'm going to take you, right? Bitch just over my way, right? Leave the guy in the house. Don't take me up when I get to my mom's house. Actually, mom, you said that before you. When you said you were texting, I said I was showing my mom the messages. But then he sent it to me, man. I had a good memory. I was showing my mom the messages with them when I told her to do with that message. But take a look at all of them. You know. Man, how long you think we're doing this? You think we look like Vietnam groups, right? I'm gonna tell you something, okay? There's a lot of motherfuckers in the green that are not responding to us because they want to play games. And you know what? Every single last one of them fuck themselves. Now, the ones that actually show remorse and show that they're not a fucking monster, that helps you. Don't fucking help us. Because the evidence is also you. We don't think that we got the right guy. We know we got the right guy. We know for a fact we got the right guy. What do you have on? What do you have on? Nah. You have on. You have on. You have a fly on. You have a new fly, right? What? I'm sure you sure about that. I don't know. It's going to be the fly. You know what it is. You figure out that I'm going to do my phone call. When I do my phone call, I'm going to get up on my doctor's phone. And you have time off of it? I don't need to. You got to face the music on this. Right now, this is the only time I'm offering help. Is it? Don't be fucking stupid. This is the only time I'm offering help. Because this story that you're running with right now, and I'm going to say this with all fucking honesty, this story that you're running with right now, you will be fucking dying this for the next 50 fucking years with that fucking story. You understand what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna fucking fly, man. I'm just being real with you. It ain't gonna fucking fly, bro. You know they're not gonna live. You know what happened to this girl. Because you was there. Okay, that we can prove. This is not a game, okay? Did you know that you were at 10:55? I know you were at 11:18. Tell us what happened, right? We know exactly where you were. Tell us what happened. Did she try to hurt you? Did she try to do something to you? My car was messing up. Huh? My car was messing up. Your car was messing up. What happened? I put on my side room. I had to do it in 2 days. So where did y'all go over it? It was like somewhere else. I'm not familiar with street name, but somewhere close by there, like. What did it look like? Where y'all pulled over at? It was one of those cars out of that road. How many doors? It's like, I guess a park in the end of the street. A park in the end of the street? When y'all pulled over at, what's that? You said the door car was messing up. And the door happened? I didn't do anything to it. I didn't have to do that. You said y'all was messing up. What happened? You I said, come over again. You know, you got talking. I got a child. You got a child. You got a child. So where's baby? I'm telling her to come back and get child. She wouldn't. So, that's my idea. Let's go to work.
So this would be a different version of the story, correct?
Correct.
And when you're, as an investigator, you confront with facts, right?
Correct.
If you think that's on, and that's what you did initially with version 1, correct?
Correct.
Some stories, though, don't make sense. Is that fair to say?
That's fair.
Actually, the leading.
Do some stories make sense?
It's the
Some big
same.
crazy do.
No, some stories don't make sense.
Okay. What do you do when there's a story that doesn't make sense?
Hit them with more facts and let them know if we know that story don't make sense. I think even in here we said that don't make sense.
Okay. And that's what happens here in the next little
Yes.
while? Okay. Does that eventually lead to another version?
Yes.
What y'all remember? What is the child? And the little boy right there. The gate closed, so it's like, the gate is above that. The final is not one. What street was on you guys? What street is that part of? You know the name of the street? How was the day when you left there? How was she? Yeah. She was alive, not in the car seat. When you say you were where? Where not ready? Was you close to the picture all the time? So where exactly did you leave the baby at? Okay, so did you go over the bridge? Yes, in the office. Big bridge with the lights. Not the big bridge with the lights, there's a smaller bridge, what's the name of that street? There's a smaller street. When I told y'all. So you went all across AW Woods into Arlington? Okay, so where did you go to this? To AW Woods? Okay. This is AW Woods, that's the street that you know? Okay, so where did you go? Good work. You felt like you do park? You felt like this driveway or this driveway? Okay, so we got a driveway right here, we got 2 different driveways, right? We got 2 different driveways, we got this, so we don't say, if it's this one, what did you do today? Now, what about the other one, just so if it's this one, what was that? When they go down, you just go in, I see the gate.
Are you showing him what are you showing him?
I'm actually showing him in Arlington somewhere where the Mississippi and Wolf River meet. If you have 2 different parks, 2 different ways to get in the parking lot, and he wasn't sure which one. So instead of him just constantly going back and forth, I just said, if it's this one, where is it? And we would apply that to that area and the next area.
Okay.
To look for the baby in that area.
So that was that your plan?
Yes.
And as this is going on, are you sending people out to try to find the baby?
Well, as soon as he's finished, as soon as I get a clear understanding of where he's staying, I leave the room to go tell people,
Okay.
hey, go here and start looking.
Where, if you want to go to the end where the curve at. Yeah, you don't enough there yet? Are you sure? What time do you leave there? What you do? What you do up there? You know what? Okay. Why do you leave there? Because I'm thinking, I still want to, okay. Listen, Brandon, listen.
You left the room? And what are you doing?
I'm telling people where to go to start searching for the baby.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, you got a monster. Okay, what does it do? Okay, right now, you have to talk. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Alright? I'm not here to hurt you. Alright? I'm gonna tell you what you need to do to save yourself. Okay? You have to lay everything out. Because everything short of it, whatever is going to like something monster. Okay? Was anything wrong with that thing when you left there? So that baby should still be there, right? She was sleeping. Okay, is there any reason why that baby would not be there? Brandon, listen to me. Is there any reason why that baby would not be there? So she should be there. Okay. In that parking lot, all the way in, when it came around, you shared it. You hot. The gate was locked, you put the baby over inside the gate, or you run the extra gate, on the back little bar, like 6 o'clock bar, right? Like that thing. Okay. She was finding up there. Okay. Alright. So, when y'all pulled over on the side of the road, right? Tell me, what happened? I had a flashlight because she was behind me at first. So I used my flash on my phone because my wheels were making, like, I don't know what it was, like, switching. I think my birth changed. I don't know if it was because my uncle's great. Birth was the older one there. So it kept squeezing. So I told her about things about my flashlight on my phone. I couldn't really just tell her. So she went down the street and turned it down. So I called her to get her glass and I needed like, who's gonna get y'all turn on that street? I can get over there to where you say you were. So I get there. Lady to where? I'm trying to figure out what y'all was. I don't know the other name of the street. Y'all had it come down on. Come down. It was a problem. I don't know the name of the street. I don't know the street. It looks like the street itself is there. You know, apartments over there, buildings over there. What does it look like? Yeah. Where y'all stop it? There's trees, concrete in the street. Is there trees and apartments in the street? And the street leads to a two-way intersection. She did one on the main road. Okay. Describe the area for me so I can try to find it, okay? So you said it's trees. There ain't no buildings, like where the y'all stopping, right? So is there lights there? Or is it pretty dark? How would you describe it? It was lights around the corner and behind us. Okay. And the people, while I was trying to check it, was tow trucks coming down the street, cars coming down the street. So when she turned around, I came back, put the car in front of mine. And her head like a shine. My car started trying to see what's big or something in or something. Okay. So I ran on her. I had a car with her. Yeah, it was very sweet. You know, you see this all. Yeah, now, who's y'all talking about? Okay, I don't know what y'all talking about, but there's no way you left for that. But I got people on the way right now. You know, they're fine with everything. And I worked out there for you. There's a lady there. At least that's what you left there. Are you sure? All right. Okay. Okay, there was something else. So, y'all talking about it? That's not about it. Okay. And what happened? Okay, did you have, I'll give you your baby? When I do, I'll pull it out. She's just sitting there when I pull it out. Okay, so why is she using it? You know why? They all have long conversations, you know, well, we talk about even hanging around. Okay. Well, whatever you said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But when we first asked you, you said y'all talking about. Well, he talked about that. So, I'm getting that over. She had to, when I was that over. But she had to, she telling me that the baby was crying. I said, okay, we'll go in that situation. We'll come up. She said, stop. He said, stop that. So that's when y'all stopped when you told me that, right? No, who was the gas station? Okay, I did it. She said, she texted me, said she's crying. I texted back and said, well, go ahead and handle it. She said, never mind, she stopped. And she went, okay, you said she stopped talking. Not she stopped, that's when you. Okay, so y'all go to the area that she was talking, right? She in the car, y'all talking, you get the baby, and you leave, and she stay right there. We went to a store at first. Okay. Right. You know, I told her I wanted to take over to go to this she was on. Kind of like, I'm trying to get out there. So we hit it there. So I was like, I felt that right. I walked my way over the street, I told you we went down, with the parking lot there. We went down there, turned right. I had to turn it around. When I turned it around, we went down the street, right, and we went down. Okay, I'll have it one way. Because like you real about that, I think you real about this. What is it? Yeah, where is it? You know where it's crazy. What is it? It's not there. I know it's not there. Right. Don't, but you can do this on to tell yourself that you want to redeem the cycle. Tell the truth, man. Tell the truth. Right? Look, I'm gonna tell you this, okay? I'm just telling you this. We'll go far. We have our time with it, okay? How old is your baby? Okay, so she's a couple days old, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, there's not a mother on this planet. They will give that kid away. Not even to the father. That's bullshit, man. You might have told the truth. Okay, so what happened? Are you trying to protect her and something that she needed? Yeah. Okay, so what happened? So y'all just talking about random stuff, and all of a sudden she's like, oh, take the kid, right? Okay, well, I'm on the phone with the phone. And she asked her, we can't get to school. She told my mom, her phone is, we never made it to school yet, right? We got out. So she told my mom, we sitting there talking. She went around talking. I was still in my car, I feel like we. So I told her, I said, no, I said, today my birthday, it was my birthday, so you volunteered to do that.
There were a couple reasons were there that story was the mother giving him the baby story was kind of odd?
Right, because like I said, when we were questioning him at the time, we already knew what happened to Danielle.
Okay.
So we knew she didn't give him the baby.
Okay.
But even at that, if he said he would have issues with his car, why would she give him the baby? And his car might break down while he's driving. So those were things we were trying to point out to him to let him know, hey, we know you're not telling the truth.
Okay.
Why do you leave my car? Volunteering to that. I'm trying to take it back to him. So you, right, that doesn't even make sense, right? I got talk, right? You sound fucking silly, right? Listen, you can't, that lie on fly. You can't lie your way out there, right? Is that lie on fly? It's not gonna happen. What happened? Look, you got the telephone. You said, she was really good. She was really good. Stop. Frank. Cut the shit, bro. What happened? What happened to Danielle? I don't know. More specific, the next is, what did you do to Danielle? Did you kill Danielle? So then tell me what happened. I don't know. You know exactly what happened. You know what happened. You fucking know what happened. I didn't know that you got the baby off the car, man. You gonna do that right now? Do you know what's on that section of road? Let me tell you something about that section of road, okay? It's a lot of shit that going back there. A lot of shit that always go about. You think that section of road ain't fucking monitored? You better tell the fucking truth. That's the only thing that's gonna go. You better tell the fucking truth, man. What happened to me? The truth. I'm gonna tell you something right now, okay? And I want you to hear me loud and fucking clear, okay? You are not doing this fucking road without cuss on because you know you fucking lying. The only thing that's gonna save you right now is telling the fucking truth. That's it. There ain't no fucking way around it, Brandon. What happened to Danielle? Tell the fucking truth.
What did he say then?
I shot her.
Had you guys told him that she was shot?
No.
But it's kind of clear that you indicated that she was dead, right?
Yes.
Okay. But being shot hadn't been brought up at all?
No.
Tell me what happened. Walk me through it.
My birthday and today's trying to get life situated to work right now. Going through a divorce and child support. Female don't want me in my mind to do something stupid.
You know what female he's talking about that don't want?
Artisan.
You did not hurt baby. So there's no reason why we should find that baby. Did you put that baby in the river? Brandon, did you put that baby in the river? Huh? Why did you put it down in the river? Alright. Let's step up for a second. You got yourself done. I'm gonna come back here and ask you a few more questions, okay? Listen. I did that when I told you to tell the truth, so say the rest, okay? Don't try to bullshit this thing. There's a lot of shit, obviously, you see it, you know. Well, there's no about this, okay? I tell the truth, this ain't shit. This is not. But you know what, right now, you gotta tell the truth, man. About everything. Don't leave shit out. You understand what I'm saying? Just that, right?
That's the end of that first clip, right?
Yes.
Now you guys have right now, what's your goal right now?
Find the baby.
Do you hope to find the baby alive?
Yes.
Do you still think that there's hope you can find the baby alive?
Not really.
You guys, what do you do next?
I'm not mistaken, we talk to everybody and we should be coming back in there to take him so he can show us exactly where the baby is.
Okay.
So nobody's there that was able to find anything.
Are you guys busy looking at several crime scenes, right?
Correct.
Are you guys busy looking at those crime scenes?
Well, at that moment, I believe I was actually trying to coordinate with the people that was on scene at the river. It's the river, the Wolf River, trying to get an idea of what they see. And because he said he threw the gun down there, he said he threw the baby, we placed the baby down there. And and it wasn't going well. So that's when we decided to go ahead and get him so he can take us down there.
Okay. When you took him down to the river, that's recorded as well, right?
Correct.
And whose body cam? Is it body cam?
I know one of the recordings is my body cam. I think it's my body cam, yes.
And before you play the next clip, I'd like to see each of you at the bench, please. Pardon me. No. Ladies and gentlemen, remember I told you day one, it took the time. We've been going at this since 119. It's now 3:04. I figured somebody in this search will room needs fireworks. Or trash. Or snack, whatever. I'll see you in a bit. It's 3:05 now. Let me see you back at 3:25 and we'll pick up where we left off. You stay there. Sir, are still under oath, you're free to step down. You're not to discuss your testimony with anyone.
Correct.
Thank you. Lawyers, I need to see you in chambers. Recess.
What's that? Recess.
Guys, you're in the courtroom.
Welcome back. We are going to proceed. Stay.
Good. All right, Lieutenant Winbush, I think when we left, you, correct me if I'm wrong, you indicated that the next video clip was you guys taking Brandon and Isabelle to the river so that he could tell you where he left the day.
Yes.
Correct. I want, before we started, there's a music portion there, is that correct?
Yes.
And is that when you guys were talking
Amongst each other, yes.
And there are other players in this video, correct?
Yes.
Do you remember who it was?
Should have been Sergeant Dabney and Sergeant Parks is also in the video. Sergeant Klein, I believe, is in the video.
Okay. And does Sergeant Dabney says some things, is that correct?
Yes.
And also Sergeant Parks says some things, correct?
Yes.
Is it, how's the car set up?
So Sergeant Board is driving. Sergeant Parks is at the left door. We got Brandon in the middle, and I'm at the right door in the back seat.
Okay. And you click. This is obviously a music car here.
Correct.
What are you guys doing here?
We taking the shackles off and switching them into handcuffs.
I see the drink and a bag of chips there. You guys typically make sure that,
Yeah, we've had him there for some time. Asking if he's hungry, needs water, need a bathroom break, anything like that.
what are the reasons that you would handcuff a suspect in this situation?
For their safety and our safety. Right now, we've uncovered some things that he said he's done. We want to make sure he's not thinking about doing anything to us, and that way we don't have to in time try to do anything to protect ourselves to him.
Where are we here?
Well, we're walking down the hall on the 10th floor, which is the outside floor of 170 North Main.
Who's that holding the elevator door? I think it's
I believe that was Sergeant Smith.
Is that Sergeant Parks?
That's on Lieutenant Beasley that's moving his mask. That's Sergeant Smith that's standing right in front of the door. And she walking upside there. Yeah, that's Sergeant Parks.
Is it where you said it was? All right. Keep going, shit. Just you know, you're gonna have to get over to the right, but don't get on the expressway. Just keep going up under the overhead. Follow that truck. Yeah. Did you tell anybody what you did, Brandon? Do I say you know what you did?
Did he answer those?
Yes.
Do you recall?
Yeah, he answered, but it was really muffled.
Do you remember what the answer was?
He said, no, he didn't tell anybody what he did. He didn't tell our teacher.
Okay.
Let's keep going. You can look to the left, we're going over that bridge. Yeah. I don't think, is it this one or the next one? Yeah. I don't know. got a question, man, before we get over here. After you shot it, what'd you do with it? You just said you did what? You pulled out of the car? I can't hear you. Okay. Where'd you pull her to when you pulled out? Yeah. You said you pulled it to the grass on the side of the road? I think you speak up, Brandon, and not talk about it. I can't hear the grass. The grass next to her car? Did you do anything else to her? Did you put something like around her or close to her? Did you drop something? What about the matches? Did you put those matches on there? We're going to the right. You need to get some cars, though. The cars need to come with us. No, we're going back to the right. No, we can't. No. You get these cars, right? Yeah, tell them to come to the window. No, follow us down. We're going that way. Y'all follow us. Yeah.
1940.
Go ahead, 1940.
Can we get your army up?
2876. Hey, y'all following us. Go ahead and do your UE. Yeah, we get some calls from tips on it. Collect them up. Yeah. Okay. Where you at? Okay, yeah. That's right, as long as come outside. Where do I go, Brandon? Got me in. Did you actually turn into the parking lot?
Yes, it's not on the side.
You can think to put it on one of these porches or something, at least somebody will find the baby when they come out. Am I going the right way, Brandon? Is it over there on the right side down there?
Do you remember what his reaction was when you were driving by houses?
Correct.
And you asked him what?
If he didn't think to just put the baby on the porch so somebody could find it. And I want to say he mumbled, I was thinking too fast.
Okay.
But I'm not exactly sure.
Try down 35.
What? Okay, so you put the baby out here. How was the baby? What was the baby wearing? Was the baby in the baby seat? Was she at her baby seat?
Sorry, did she, you asked if she was in the baby seat?
Yes.
His response was?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so where did you set the baby? Who's your bro? You saw where the squad car is? And you set the baby where? Down here? Down here? Where that stop sign is right there? Right here. You set the baby right here. Did you set that baby right here? Because the baby's not here.
Where's he pointing, telling you to set the baby?
It's a little bit further than what the gate is, because at this point, the gate is open. Of course, when he went there that night, the gate was closed and locked, and he was saying pretty much right where the beginning of the dock is, not close to the water, but where you would see it coming right after the gate.
Okay. In the seat right there.
Yes.
Down here? I'm gonna get out. So you got hold on, Brandon. Where? You see where that stick is? Not this first one, but the one over there towards the lead. Yeah, I'm gonna get out. I'm not gonna get out. Oh, there we go.
It's a little busier down the All right. I'll pause it for a second. And is this spot right here, can you tell us where he was pointing to from this spot, or do I need to go to a different?
Go a little bit further.
Okay. Just tell me when.
About right there is where he was saying that's where he set the baby.
About where the officer is?
Right there, yep.
In front of you, right? Oh. Are you walking past the hat right here?
I think I passed the hatch there. I can't really see from there because from the way it's moving.
Did some of you guys think that you would find the baby alive out there?
Well, after all this time had passed, we didn't think we were gonna find the baby alive there, but we were still hoping to find the baby.
Okay. Lieutenant, can you describe that surface right there, kind of what we're looking at?
So part of this concrete, you see a bunch of rocks around there. You got the fallen branches, a bunch of dirt and leaves, and a bunch of overgrowth as well.
And further, like to our right from that is what? It's mostly
rocks.
Okay. Yeah, what's that right to the left of the officer in front of you?
That looks like the baby hat.
Okay. And it had already been located, is that correct?
Yes.
Are you guys trying to avoid it?
Correct.
Bullshit, bro. Everybody that did all that down through there. That baby wasn't here. I came here. What did you tell? I didn't tell anybody. Where did you leave the baby at, Brandon? Where y'all just went. Bullshit. Where'd you leave? Bullshit, Brandon. Where the fuck did you leave her? Right where y'all just went. Brandon, you're a fucking lie. You're a fucking lie. Where did you leave her at? Down there, sir. You say y'all saw it. Where's she at, Brandon? You say y'all saw it through the camera. I came here. Where's she at? That location. Where is she at? She should be down there. You threw your gun down there, right? Yes, sir. Where the baby at, Brandon? Where's your daughter? She should be down there. She's not down there. So where'd you leave that baby? Right there.
Just do it, okay? Right now, you've already did unspeakable, okay? Now it's time to get it all out, right? Get it all out. Right here, right here. Okay? Right here, okay? Where's she? Where's she at? The truth. Where's she at? Not right here, that's she. Was it right there by the water? What you have on when you brought it? No, sir. No, sir. Do you think she accidentally went in the water? Do you think she accidentally went in the water? Did you set her that close?
Sit the baby down. Did you just toss her? I didn't do anything to hurt the baby. Was the baby crying or she was sleeping?
So look at the window behind you. See that camera right there? So we want you to tell us the truth. We're giving you the opportunity to go ahead and tell the whole truth. Because we've already looked at it. That's why we're asking you over and over. Okay?
Where the baby crying? Put it down there. Did you put her in the water, Brandon? Did you put her in the water?
Do you think she accidentally fell in the water? Did the wind blow it over?
I didn't look where she actually put it. So you just set the baby down and just turn it.
Where did you put her at, Brandon? Just be real.
If you put her in the water, we need to. I didn't go down that far. I don't know if she got in the water.
How'd you get down there?
I walked.
At night. I'm walking in daylight, and I can't just walk down there.
I stopped. I stopped. Well, I'll show you when you walk down there when I stopped it. Hey, tell boys to walk to where them 2 sticks are.
J-Bo.
Tell him when to say stop when he started walking, okay?
I don't want too many people. Hey, J-Bo, can you walk that way so he can point out where he stopped at?
Climb. Tell him to stop when he say stop. Brandon, we have got to find this child. We got to find this child. Stop.
No, sir.
Ain't no way.
No.
Where did he say stop? Where was he going to say stop?
By the sticks.
By the big.
Yeah, the one that was, I think, the second.
Okay.
Sir.
Stop right there. Ain't no way. Was the car driving through here? I couldn't see it there. And you slid? How hard did you slide? I slid too hard. Right? So I slid it down there. I don't know if she went in the water or not. I slid it. Yeah, I slid it.
You slid down the rocks?
Yeah, right. I slid it. I threw it again.
I'm asking, did you put it on those rocks where the angle where it could have slid down?
I can see.
I'm just saying, when you put it down, could it have been at an angle where it slid down those rocks? Could have been.
I don't know. The chances are, because that's cobblestone, if I'm not mistaken. It's wet. It's going to be slick. So, since you say you slid it, there's a good chance that they slid on into the Just be honest, man. I don't know if she went into the water. I slid it, and I threw it back, and I ran back off.
Are you guys still working with the baby's in the car seat, or?
Yeah, right now we still thinking the baby good. He placed the baby out there in the car seat.
Okay.
Back it in the point to see. Brandon, did you do something to this baby? Did you do something to this baby, Brandon? Brandon. Because if you place the baby where you say you placed the baby, then we would have the baby, Brandon. We would have the baby. I don't know if she rolled. Brandon, walk into the wrong. Brandon, if you place the baby where you say you placed the baby, we would have the baby, Brandon. Where did you place that baby, Brandon? Down there along the line. Did you put her in the water? I don't know if she went into the water. I didn't ask if she went into the water. I asked you, did you put her? Did you place that baby car seat in the water, Brandon? Where that woman is? Right, we know. Brandon. Did you see all of this? That's how important this is. That's a life.
What did she have on?
I don't know.
Yoga. She have a hat on?
She had one, I think it flew off. I said she had one, and I think it flew off. Before you got here or when you got here? Before I got here. So it's like this somewhere?
No, sir.
You come through that.
What don't you understand?
Are you asking about the hat because of the discovery of the hat?
That was Dabney asking about the hat. Sorry, Dabney.
Okay.
It was time to bring the hat into place.
You come
She had something on her head.
Brandon, help us find this child. We got that. Okay. We need to know. Could it have been, when you see that thing out there, that baby went in that water, so we can find this baby in this water, okay?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
What's a strong possibility? It's a strong possibility.
You know percentages. Yeah, give me the percentage. 70-30 that she went in the water. Did you go to the in the water? Did you pull over or how about you talk to see where it may, what direction you do it in? Mm-hmm. That way? So in no time with the baby crying? She's sleeping. Was it fair to do a dog out here? When did you come up with this? I said, well, yeah. Instincts of what, though?
Kind of hard to hear in here, but you asked the question, when did you come up with this? And what are you talking about there?
The plan to do what he did with Danielle and the baby.
Okay. What was his response there?
He said, I just went off instincts.
I mean, so at the point she told you were pregnant, at that moment you didn't want the baby. I get that part. You couldn't convince her to have an abortion. She didn't do that. So at that moment, the baby coming. How many kids are on this earth that never see their father? It's a lot, right? Why you couldn't go that route? Why you just couldn't say, hey, look, I don't care if the baby mine or not. I'm with my girl. I'm not gonna be with you.
Where do we toss the pistol?
Same direction. Into the water. You see where the boat was at?
Yeah.
In that area right there. Pistol too. Yeah.
Lieutenant, are divers and things out here this morning?
Yes.
How old are you? 25. How many kids you got? She married two. So you got a son with your same wife. How long y'all been married? Huh? It'll be 4 years in June. 4 years in June. Cause this way you place that baby. Please don't have that baby somewhere else and you got all us over here looking for this baby. You say you've been married 4 years? How long have you been dealing with this child? Regardless. If you didn't want to be in the child life, why not just be in the child life? Rather than take this route. I mean, I hear what you're saying about it, it's just something that happened, but you already got a child. Okay, so you got one child, so what would have been wrong with this young lady keeping this child? And if you chose not to be in her life, you just chose not to be in the baby life. What led you to go to this extent? I mean, I was in her life, I've been in the hospital. So just instinct, if I had my mind at that moment.
But when you talking about you and Artisha making a life out for each other with her son, your son and your daughter, what didn't you give her a card that said, "Thank you for understanding. Your child, my two child, we gonna be married," right?
You get a phone call here, but what are you talking about right there?
About the, found a card that he had given Artisha, that he had wrote for Artisha that said, "Thank you for understanding," that the plan was for him and her to be together with the 3 kids, her one child and their two, and his 2 children.
Okay. Do you remember where you purchased that card?
It was Walgreens.
Okay. All right, I think you get a little messed up here with your phone call, is that right? Or maybe, okay. We muted here when you, what breakdown is that? Is that like a sergeant or?
No, not that particular ringtone. That's just Daryl and Joe from Run DMC.
So what do you think was gonna happen after this? Everything's gonna be okay? Winbush. No, what's that? Hello? You said you were who? I think I was taking kids off here while they were living. So maybe something that's a long time. What's going on here? I said like 12 hours. 12 hours. So did you think the baby was gonna survive while they went in the water or not? How old that baby? 2 days. 2 days old. So you thought you just gonna leave the baby here to die? What do you think was gonna happen though? Who was gonna find the baby? The likelihood of somebody finding that baby that didn't know to look for that baby is what? Some little wild critter, some wild animal around here would have found it before, or him again would have found it. So you didn't want the baby to survive. But either you did or you didn't. There is no I did, but. Well, there's a conjunction in there. I did want to survive. Now put me out here. Why not take it to the hospital? Or like I'm say, why not? Why not just sit on somebody's porch? All these houses out here. Once it was 11 o'clock at night, the baby to survive at night, the chances was low because you set it out here in the rain. 2 day old baby. Where'd you place that baby, Brandon? Down there. Did you place the baby all the way in the water? Man, come on, Brandon. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. You're not giving me nothing to work with. You're not giving me nothing to work with. I was in the water. I don't know if I went in the water. Okay, when I slid it, I was not looking. I was not listening. Okay, so when you slid it, you couldn't have slid it from where you said when you said it. That's not what Brandon with that woman was. Brandon, when you placed that baby down there, and you threw your gun in there, what did you do next? What? Oh, yeah, what did you do next? I know you had to go back to the car. Where'd you go? I went to Walgreens. Wow, invitation. And then what did you get at Walgreens? Candy, a car, a rose, and something different. And then where'd you go? Artisha. And what time did you get to Artisha's house? When I texted her and told her I was to text her people, let me know. And once you got to Artisha's house, what happened? I got on the phone with Danielle Hoyle. Did you tell Artisha what you did? Yes, sir. So why did you want her to get in? Why did you leave your car at her house and drive back to your house in her car?
guys are talking amongst yourselves here, obviously. After this discussion down here by the river, what are you guys doing here?
Trying to come up with what we're gonna do next. I think we ended up taking them back to, back to 170 since we couldn't find a place.
Toward the end of that little discussion, we heard you talking about Walgreens and some purchases made at Walgreens.
Correct.
Did you at some point take a trip to Artesia's house, or did you guys search Artesia's house?
Yes.
Did you find some things in her house?
Yes.
I'm going to hand you a stack of. I'll hand you a stack of 7 photos. And, I don't know if you recognize them. You don't have to describe the photos necessarily, but if you recognize those as the photographs of items from Walgreens.
Yes, I recognize. The receipt. Yes, I recognize all these.
Matter, could we have these marked as, I think the next number exhibit with a. As exhibit 104, I believe it goes through, then 110.
104 to 110, thank you.
Yeah, pick it up, Mr. Hostess.
Yes, sir.
Put mark as exhibit 104. That's what we're looking at here.
The Walgreens receipt.
Is there a time on that receipt?
It was 11:59 p.m.
And the date?
The date is, it's gonna have to be February the 1st, but I can't say February 1st, 2022.
All right, we're gonna put up what we marked as exhibit 105. What is this?
That is 6-pack of the Black Sprite, a plush toy, some candy, and a card, and a rose in a plastic.
Exhibit 106.
There's another angle of the same thing.
Okay. And 107.
Closer.
Is that the rose?
Yes.
108.
It's actually the envelope to the card.
What's that? Was it family number?
Cookie.
Card, you said you wrote to Artesia?
Yes.
Lost track of where we're at here. Which one's this?
That's the actual card that was in the
The
envelope.
card itself?
Yeah.
There's something in the card?
Yes.
This is exhibit 110. And can you read this one for us?
Yes, and thank you for being so understanding. I love you, baby. Not having you around is hard for me. Be of the time and love we invested in each other and these kids. I'm thankful to have you around Kingston and soon to be Kennedy. And you know I'm thankful, grateful, and blessed to be around Felicia. You were for sure gonna be my wife. Us raising these 3 kids together, like I know we can. My parents did it, so I know we can. I love you, baby. How what's that? Sleep. I've been waiting on this. Yes, that's what we, yeah,
And the receipts at what time?
11:59 p.m.
And he had indicated that he had done what, right before he went to Walgreens?
That he had, to, place the baby down by the river.
Going to, fast forward. Lots. Take a look at that and, what's going to certain other box?
Yes, that's the box that, I went and tagged the stuff in, and that's my, initials and IBM on it.
Can you open that and, let us know what's in the box? You might, I think it's a close. Thank you. And Lieutenant, before we pull a few of these things out, where did you find those items? Do you remember where you found them?
Yeah, 5061 Stacy Road in our teacher's bedroom.
Do you see a receipt in there?
Yes,
Okay. Is that the receipt that came from Walgreens?
yes.
I think you have that marked as 0111. Ben, is there, you indicated there was some kind of a stuffed animal or something?
Yeah, look,
If you could, is that the stuffed animal you kind of our teacher's house?
yes.
Yeah, if we could have that marked as exhibit 112. And then do you see a rose in there?
Yes,
Is that the rose that you tagged in our teacher's bedroom?
yes.
If you could, if you had that marked as exhibit 113. And finally, there's a UC carbon box.
Yes.
What is that? Do you recognize that as a carbon tab?
Yes.
Here, if we could have that marked as exhibit 114. You then drove back to 171, correct?
Correct.
Judge, if we have one more transcript we could do, we could probably finish it today, or we can track them all away.
Let's collect the transcripts that the jurors have.
Start with the next, put the relatively short, okay, we can take that back.
So that's it. Take one, pass it down. Oh, please. The witness is not ready. Deputy Moore will take care of the dissemination of the information. We don't need many. Yeah, everyone has one. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Judge. All right, this next clip is fairly fairly short, correct?
Yes.
And you guys are doing what is next step?
Still trying to figure out if he put the baby in the water or he put the baby somewhere else.
As you know, there's been a few different versions of the baby in the water. What were those?
When he finally said the baby could have went in the water, at that time, and still the baby was in the car seat. Eventually, we get to the baby not being in the car seat.
Does that happen this?
I can't recall if it happened this early. No.
And again, with this one, we've also muted the parts where you and officers are talking. And that sort of thing.
Yeah, I know. He said it was 70% chance she in the water, but he placed her in the water. I know. I know he don't want to say he placed her in the water, though. That's the denial right now that he kicked in. He placed that baby in the water. Is it closer to? He placed that baby in the water. 19. I don't even know why they still sugarcoat anything, right? Really, it's really closer to 100. I'll go with 19. 19. So you just answered the question that we've been asking. You said yes. So guess what? Placed the baby in the water. I didn't place it in the water. How did you get in the water? Yeah. Come on. You pushed it down there into the water. I pushed it down to the water. Okay. So now let me take this picture for you. You can just take this picture. That's. Did she blow away? It's all in. Clear your pencils right now, but it's all you got is right now. Clear your pencils now. I did. I think it's right away. Okay. Now clear your pencils. I got in it, but I'm approaching the car driving by. I cut my lights on. Brandon. Who was the car you followed out? Was it the car that you nicked? Brandon. Okay. Brandon. Are we gonna find him there? Huh? I hope so. No? I hope so. Where's she? She's probably in the Mississippi River. You said she's probably in the Mississippi River. Brandon, she got to go to the river. It should be clear to you now, Brandon. Brandon, I'm really trying to hack you, man. But you're not making it easy. This line that should come off, man. You slide into the river. How hard did you push the? How hard? Did you push her hard enough for her to make it to the river? It was hard, but when hard push to skip the river. Okay, so you just again confirmed something I said earlier. It's cobblestone. The cobblestone is where you can have one of sneakers, and you were slip and fall. Now she had a car seat that's plastic. So come on, reality. If you can fall, slip and fall, and tennis shoes on cobblestone in bed, what do you think will happen with that concert? And the base of it is plastic. So in other words, you were someone going by fault. I didn't think so. What did you do first? Place the baby down or throw it down? What was the baby when you threw it down? I thought you had put it in the water, right? taking all out here. We ain't gonna have this kind of weather in a few more hours. Just yes or no? No, it's a possibility. None of this is that. Hold on, we gonna use just sound judgment and common sense right about now. Did you push that baby, or did you place that baby in the hood? You pushed the baby in the hood. So you said you pushed the baby in the vehicle into the room. That was your intent, correct? To push the baby into the river. It was, like you brought it out here in the rain anyway, so what's...
What did you said that was your intent, correct? Do you remember what he said to that?
I think he said it wasn't his intent.
You brought the baby out here to a secluded location in the rain.
I believe Mr. Massey has an objection.
I'm sorry.
I'll be right with you.
So, someone's asked for a break, and I'm gonna give it to them. It is now 4:42. Let's report back at 5. We shouldn't have much longer today,
Very, very short.
but I'm not going to keep you from taking care of yourself.
You're excused, you don't, the book, yes, ma'am. Now step down.
That's the end of this part of the interview, correct?
Correct.
Can you just sort of try to observe what's happening along the way?
We're riding back into the park garage of 170 North Main. We're gonna escort him back upstairs, back into the room we was in there, when we first moved on.
That's the end of the third one, right?
Correct.
I think probably a good starting point for the meeting too.
Alright. We will pick back up in the morning. You worked very hard today. Thank you so much. And you have a resume.
Your computer and your mother to the chair.
No discussion.
Hey there, thanks for stopping in. We hope you will join us again. We all look forward to next time. We get to talk about true crime. Clues. Justice served in an honest fight. True crime tales till the verdict's right. Solving more than just trivial quests, where sentences rule and the defense rests. Our true crime family is great. All types of topics we debate. Smash that like and ring that bell. Hit subscribe, you might as well.